Oh, yes, it worked, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck was that?
You know what that was.
Corey is very excited, ladies and gentlemen.
I've had a long 2 weeks. I've had a very long.
It's a long 2 weeks. Welcome back, everyone. This is Dinner and a Game. I'm Ray. I'm fucking exhausted today. So
I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's tired out today.
I do apologize to everyone. I've been in a mood since the call started.
That's okay.
I'll try to rein it in.
But I finally, after weeks, because I got off of my rhythm with my meds because of late wake up times and everything like that, I finally took all of my ADHD med doses yesterday, and I did not sleep at all last night. So,
oh Jesus.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah, I had my boss wake me up at midnight.
That's nice. Yeah.
Wonderful.
My overseas crew sometimes calls me at like 1 o'clock in the morning because they now just assume I'm up. It's lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stop complaining about our real life and go into this lovely fantasy world we've created, where my grumpy
I get to complain about the fantasy world we've created.
hey, you win an episode without trauma. You're fine.
Hey, you know what?
I've gone 2 episodes with that. Wait, no. Last episode I would count as trauma because I'm the one who had to defuse the radioactive bomb.
Hey, it got diffused.
Only
one died.
Only because I wasn't here.
Kel makes a great point.
You're being a little dramatic. It wasn't a bomb.
I do find that funny too. The one time we needed someone with engineering skills.
It was a radioactive communicator, and work. I'm
it
sorry.
It was a small radioactive device. Let's keep things in focus here.
Yeah,
I mean,
once again, John. The fact of the matter is, it was radioactive.
We're talking
and poisoning us all.
Radioactive material. Why are you flipping out?
It's no more dangerous than what you find on your average construction site. I mean, come on.
Or in your water if you live in Houston. There's a lot of freaking ground radiation in Houston.
There is a lot.
I was going to say, or the spill in the Canal River a few years ago in West Virginia.
I didn't hear about that one. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and we are here to play a game. And that game we're going to take very seriously, because this is a very serious game, and we're very serious people.
Yes.
Very serious people.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face for that.
So,
I'm sorry. In Masks, I turned into a half human, half shark. No, we're not.
That's
okay,
a
this
wonderful
is real.
thing. What the fuck is a rokia? That's called a rokia. A half human, half
was
shark.
not on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose.
Now here's the question though: was the top half shark or the bottom half?
No, here's the thing.
Half,
it wasn't even like that. It wasn't cool. It was hilarious. So instead of fins, I had like human hands.
Oh god.
Okay.
Because I only got a partial success.
Is Mass Powered by the Apocalypse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I missed most of the role stuff.
Aren't you technically a scion? No, you're not a scion.
I'm a doomed.
You're a doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. So, but tonight we are playing good lord, we are playing Crossing the Veil. No. We're playing Crossing the Veil.
For this.
And Crossing the Veil is our Firefly TTRPG. It is actually a game system that was published quite a while ago to actually literally play Firefly with, but since then the company who had it unfortunately has lost the license. So this really only kind of exists outside of the normal parameters of the way you can actually get these games. In this case, you can still get the game system, which is called the Cortex system, because they do still sell that, and then you can adapt it to play this game. But the only way you actually get the actual game book itself is if you can find it on eBay and stuff like that. Why am I getting pop-ups over here?
I'm actually checking my local game store tomorrow because I have a local game store that is
I know why. There, I saw
freaking 50 years old, and they have so much shit just buried.
Yeah, check it out if you can find it.
Because she will also have it marked at the lowest price.
Let me check something real quick. I'm just curious.
Yeah, what's it currently going for?
Wait, Firefly?
Holy shit, really? They don't have a
Does he,
single one on fucking eBay.
What?
There's not a single one. Let me see. They might have it at Noble Knight. Let me see if Noble Knight's got it. If they don't have this anywhere, this thing could turn into I'm never touching my book again.
Get it a nice display case, you know.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
I
photo
found
shoot.
one.
Montage.
Oh,
I found one.
shit. It's going for $150 on Noble Knight.
Oh Jesus!
And they
I
only have
found it.
one copy.
I found a couple of Firefly RPG things.
My wife yelled from the bedroom, she's like, "Stop shopping on stream!" Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ADHD and I get really easily distracted. And so, hi. So first off, let me do the most obvious and the best thing I can do for the people that I am about to torture. Hi guys, how you doing?
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's
Now
Friday.
you're trying to hide the
Friday.
fact you torture us. Wow.
It's not a torture of hatred, it's a torture of love. I feel so much love towards you all that I must inflict pain in order to balance it. See?
The amount
makes
of
perfect
emotional
sense.
damage just to counteract it. You got to make sure everything's balanced.
Yeah, because if I give too much love, it overfills the universe, and then we have chaos. So I must destroy as much as I create. That's the rules.
Our characters are the sacrifice to keep the world
Yeah.
in check.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And,
Okay.
yeah,
Good
you
to
know,
know.
it's
All right,
a noble thing you do. It is.
You're welcome. We saved the world. Yeah, that's right. Our
It's the
chaos
noblest thing we
is
do.
It's the noblest thing we do. Oz, how is saving the world going for you?
oh, you know, another day,
Another day, another
another internal screaming with some of it external. You know.
Who are you going to be playing for this night of cathartic pain?
I will be playing Nathan Vesk. Ian, maybe? Yeah, we'll go with Ian. Because,
Ian?
you know, they don't like it when you run away from the Alliance.
Nope, they don't.
Who knew?
And that's one of the things you guys are trying to do. You're trying to get new identities now. So, so you're going to play Nathan Vesk. And who is Nathan Vesk on the ship? Nathan
Vesk is your friendly local engineer who's trying to keep the ship afloat. It's going pretty good. It's going okay. It's going. It's floating.
Nothing's on
and that's the important
fire,
part.
and the ship has not fallen out of the sky. Everything
It hasn't
is
fallen out of the
perfect.
sky. We're
And we
absolutely
have
fine.
air to breathe. We have
air, and it's not even toxic. Look at us go.
And our ship is no
Well, not
longer
anymore.
radioactive.
Not anymore.
So much has happened, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the most cathartic thing we've ever felt because we're all alive.
It's true.
And just to show how much confidence we have in trying to stay alive, we gave our pilot the night off. And we're going to trust that Lissa can pilot, or sorry, Mariana can pilot the ship. Especially when we now know
Yay.
that there is a ship coming up behind you. Lissa, how you feeling about that?
I am feeling fine.
Now,
We did it last time, right?
do we hear?
We outran the last one. Maybe.
We-
This might be the same one.
Do we hear any alarms going off indicating this, or is or
Remember the
has
last
Atlas
things I
just-
said at the end of the episode?
No, I don't.
Proximity alerts were going off all over the ship.
Okay.
Jonathan's character was setting up the crybaby, and someone else has to do this, and he took off for the bridge.
Okay, I don't know how. I don't remember that at all, but I don't.
That's okay. We're all ADHD here.
Yeah.
I have the
That's what we
tism
go on
factor,
Wonderful.
but
Okay, there you go.
Don't let me
Corey.
with all of you.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad.
Good, excellent. And who are you playing this evening? Now that we've established that Lissa is playing Queen Mariana, the captain of the ship.
Well, everybody finally got the name last session, and that's Clayton McCoy.
Clayton McCoy.
Yeah, by the way, Ian, we finally all introduced ourselves last episode.
Oh yeah, perfect.
We actually
Wonderful.
It's been like 8 hours together. None of us have given our names.
You know,
Aside from, sorry, Mariana has. Mariana,
Yeah.
only
Mariana,
one.
we're still calling somebody Atlas, or did we?
Atlas
did that
is
finally?
the name he
Still
gave.
Atlas.
Atlas is the name he gave.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, so we all have a name to call each other now. Great.
At least one, yes.
We've shared emotional trauma. Now we can introduce ourselves.
Is it
We
Steven?
trauma
with
bonded.
emotional trauma. Now everything else is perfect.
Yeah.
Kellen, is
Yeah.
it Steven right now, or did you give us a different name?
No, Mitchell is his actual name. Steven was the name he's going to take later.
Okay, so right now
Mitchell is his birth
so
name.
it's Mitchell. Okay.
So right now you're Mitchell.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of playing Mitchell, hi Cal.
So,
How you doing?
not too bad. Bit of a long day at work, but I mean, it's a Friday.
Yep. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into things in just a moment, but I wanted to go over some things with everyone here. First off, remember, you do not have to worry about our TikTok account anymore because we made 1,000 followers. But if you want the chance to win something freaking crazy, you can go check out our TikTok for the TikTok I released earlier today and see what we're going to give away when we hit 2K. It is a 3-foot long custom 3D printed GM screen with 2 dice towers, one facing the players, one facing the GM. The one facing the players, the dice actually come out of a demon's face. And it has all kinds of cubby holes and little drawers that open and close. And it's got an initiative tracker across the top. And the very last box on the left or right, wherever you set it up, is a pencil holder. So you've got basically everything you want to be able to safely run D&D from behind a tall plastic wall.
Just gimme.
Hey, there's only one way to win it. Make sure we
Look,
get to
I'm
2,000
going to be
as fast as
DMing
possible.
an in-person game here soon.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is coming up.
And that would be something that would be amazing for you to be able to pull out and to sit down and, you know. Oh, and the nice thing is it actually breaks down all the individual shelves or individual pieces. So even all the pieces break down into like individual spots. So you can break it all down and put it inside. It probably wouldn't fit in a shoebox because the towers are pretty freaking big. But it would definitely be able to be stored quite easily. So we're giving that away when we hit 2K over on TikTok. I got to get some better pictures of it before I can put anything up. In fact, I'm going to prime mine and try and get it painted up before I take any pictures of it. So that's what we're giving away there. Here, we're going to have a 20-minute period selected randomly during the show. And in that period, we're going to be giving away this bad boy. This is Daddy Asmodeus. Asmodeus, the king of hell, the 9 hells. This is a very large miniature. This thing is a 6.5-inch wide base. He is a 4K mini. He's the quality you see right there is the quality he prints out at. He's not painted though. You'll have to do that yourself. But we're going to paint this up and we're going to give it away. Oh, not going to paint this up. We're going to print this up and we're going to give it away to one lucky winner at the end of the month. Now, the last day you can actually get tickets is going to be on the 30th. We're going to give it, which is Tuesday, which is Emerald Sanctums. We're going to give it away on the 31st, which is Wednesday, which is Kingdoms of Mist. And when we give this away, we will also be announcing the mini of the month for next month, as well as the fact that you can, well, sorry, not as well, but the only way you can get tickets for this is if you watch the shows. And there, like I said, there'll be a 20-minute period selected randomly, and we'll start giving away those tickets. And the more, you can only get 1 ticket for following us, but you get 2 tickets if you're a subscriber. And we keep track of the tickets in our Discord, so you can see how many tickets everyone has. Also, if you follow us here, you're automatically entered to win this. This is our D&D core set that we're giving away. Player's Handbook, Monsters Manual, DMG. Plus it comes with a GM screen and it's in that slipcase. This is the limited edition foil cover set, so it's not a standard set. And basically we're giving this away when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch. We're at 925. We only need 75 more to go. So, you know, if you have friends who like D&D and want a chance to win the core set, just tell them to come follow us on Twitch. We're going to give one away. They literally just hit the follow button. They get a free chance to win. That's all they have to do. When we hit 1,000, we're giving this sucker away. Also, if you can, if you want to, you can give us a subscription, a sub here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you automatically have a free sub that you can give out every single month. You do have to manually give it out, but we do have our Prime reminder up in the stream. And if you do use that sub on us, we will be incredibly appreciative. Everything we make goes back into production for streams and for events we go to. We got back from Gen Con a few weeks ago. We're going to MomoCon next year for sure. We're also going to Dragon Con and Gen Con. Everything else is going to be based on, what other things we can actually make happen. And that is always helped by you guys. And we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff at MomoCon for sure. We'll see what we're doing at Gen Con. Don't know that yet. But everything you do to help us out goes towards us being able to do these things for you guys. Also, if you love coffee, you can go order through this link to get Geek Grind coffee, some of the best coffee that I have ever had. And right now, there's 2 different flavors that I am dying over. There's Cadence Cup, which is a wonderful medium roast. And then there's the Dwarven Dawn, which is kind of a lighter medium roast. And that one is, both of those are amazing, just regular coffee, no extra flavors. And my wife likes this one. It's a maple brown sugar, but I can't remember the name of it. So she'll tell me later.
Isn't that the dragon one?
Nope.
No, dragon doesn't have maple. That's right.
Yeah, the dragon doesn't have maple. Yeah, there's maple.
The
brown
Dwarven Dawn is really good though.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Like the little bit of chocolate to get out of that was just yeah.
Yeah, and I think right now they're giving a promo code out that's 15% off. So it's a good deal. Well,
that deal hopefully should be there when I get paid. Because we're on a very tight budget till Thursday.
No worries. All right, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive into Crossing the Veil. When we last left off, as you guys may have heard from when we were all chatting before, the crew had made it off planet Hera, which was the location of the final battle between the Alliance and the Browncoats. And the battle was, of course, the Battle of Serenity Valley. Now, and that hey, numbers. Yes, there is K-Cup options on just about everything. In fact, we ordered a mix on the K-Cups. It was 25 K-Cups, and I don't remember how much it was. But you can pick and choose, and they have different sizes of those, or you can just get a single flavor in different size packages of K-Cups. So, but
yeah, they also do the pre-made bundle packs. That's how I got mine. Was like $50-some. I did the mug gift option too. Mm-hmm. It was the Elven Mist Wizard something. God damn, Corey.
Thanks, Corey. Were you thirsty?
Hold on.
It's on a timer, right?
Yeah,
you're trying to preemptively do it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Well,
because Slytherin just jumped in too. So,
Mr. Weasley.
Oh, I'm trying to because I got all 5. I got 5 flavors in that bundle pack.
Yeah, I got like a 25 one and got like 8 flavors or something like that because we only got 2 of each. We're just trying a whole bunch of flavors.
Yeah, well, I just chose the one that was like good starter for me. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So anyway, but as we said last time when we left off, these amazing Buccaneers were trying to escape planet Hera during the Battle of Serenity Valley. There was a lot of tragedy, a lot of loss. Mostly me torturing Lissa and doing my best to see if I can really totally shatter one player in the first few sessions.
Get close.
Look,
you shattered the one who you didn't expect to shatter. One of them is totally broken, and you didn't even hit him that hard.
I was going to say, one of them's totally broken because he literally wrote his backstory to be broken.
I didn't intend it to be exactly where he is now. Did not intend it to be where he is now. It just kind of came out.
You mean where you literally pulled a grenade off someone who gave you a bulletproof vest as a present?
No, that's part of it. It's some other stuff going on that I didn't expect.
Okay.
Yeah. Other things have happened that I was not aware of.
Well, you're aware now. Dun, dun, dun.
I've learned things about myself as well.
Yeah. Don't you love it when you're playing a role-playing game and you go, I'm not a good person.
Damn, I
I
need to go
need
back
some
to
fucking therapy.
I need to go back to therapy real bad.
Yeah, I would say I already know I'm messed up. I'm petty as fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm
Nathan's
sorry, Dan.
fine. I don't know. Ian, it's fine.
Nathan's fine.
It's fine.
Nathan's totally
As
fine.
I see your OC cosplay TikToks, you've definitely learned some through RPGs. You've definitely learned some shit about.
Oh yeah, like Sawyer.
Mhm.
Newest
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Sawyer. Ah, yes.
Mhm.
They're
Oh,
going on
hey,
vacation with their buddies.
Corey,
Yes.
did you gave me the new information for your link tree, right?
Oh,
Let me,
Shit,
hang on
I
a
just-
second, because
I
I
just
just noticed.
changed everything because that is no longer my name. The Hipster Viking is no longer my name. I'm
Yeah.
now the Hipster GM.
Yep.
Yep.
I was just changing it, and then I realized
Yeah.
because someone mentioned it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Liquid did.
and I still have the TikTok link up. So whenever you get a chance, send me that.
I'll let you. Yeah.
Posture
Oh,
check,
yeah.
by the way, from Slytherin.
God damn it, Slytherin.
Well,
All
they
It
right.
just
also
got comfortable, Slytherin. It just got comfy.
they also just put all their
Oh,
points
shit.
toward your Devastator buildup. I didn't even realize you were doing that.
I've
What the
never
fuck is that?
had
Okay,
good posture
so
in my
there's
life.
there's
Here we
things
go.
you can do, such as what they call the Devastator buildup, and what they call buildups, and people can throw points into a pool, right? And do you guys know what all the special features are, like what Devastator does?
No.
No.
So
No clue.
Devastator is what something
You die.
you can use your dagger dollars. Let me see if I can put it up real quick.
Yeah, it's you make one PC or NPC attack succeed and crit and do max damage. In a die pool system, you give success equal to the pool. There's only 5 uses per the stream. It's 50,000 points or 5,000 bits.
I can't remember what the command is. Yeah, and basically you can, if some person ever masses 50,000 points, they can do it themselves. But I thought it'd be funny to put up a thing where people could just throw points into it and see if they could get to the 50,000. And then what we do, I'm pretty sure what we're going to do if that happens is we will go ahead and, I don't know if it shows who puts the most points in.
I don't. Hold on.
I'm checking it right now. But we'll if it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and just let the chat vote on who gets it. And remember, any of those can also be put on the bad guys.
Yep. Yeah, $5 if it's the highest person. Admiral will put every point they have into it just so they can kill Drake in Kingdoms of the Mist.
God, I don't know why everyone wants Drake to die.
I just threw 2,000 at it.
I say, yeah, the numbers just at 250.
Everyone's gonna start building it up.
I put the max
Oh
that
my
I
gosh.
could.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, you guys were, like I said, you escaped off of Hera. You were making your way to the nearest non-aligned spaceport, which happens to be Niska's Sky Palace. You're going there to try and trade what few commodities you have on this ship. I think we were looking at trading some of the medical supplies that you took from the barn, which is mainly
The veterinary supplies,
yeah, veterinary supplies. God,
And,
everyone's throwing points at it.
and any kind of I want to say we should also have we kind of took everything. We took as much as we could get
Yeah,
on there
yeah,
for
yeah.
this purpose. So I mean, yes, we also likely have some livestock feed and such.
You wouldn't have livestock feed is
Maybe.
useless weight.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
so we didn't have any livestock.
No. We do have those carriers, though. And the
Those
radioactive
carriers.
vial.
See, you're on the same page as me, as you're on the same page. That is a big chip to have. That is a big chip to play.
Are you guys just looking for stuff you can sell, basically?
I'm trying to think of things that are worth a trade.
Well, one of the big things is that you have a bunch of, you could sell like parts.
Yeah.
You know,
Did we? So in the
you
process
could sell,
of
you could sell the 2 four-wheelers or your mule.
That
You can
mule
always,
is
you can always
real
get another one
useful.
later.
Yeah, Sparkles
Look.
3.0.
Sparkles 3.0, yeah. We could trade Sparkles. Stop. Stop.
Well,
But that is not our primary concern right now, is it?
I
Our
mean,
primary
No.
concern is
come
probably
on.
the ship. The ship is probably the
Yeah.
concern.
The
So
ship
we
should
had
be our.
Well, we got alarms going off. Clayton is definitely running to wherever we have
Yeah.
been placing all of the firearms that we took. Because Clayton was doing, for a time there, was doing kind of a overview of all the firearms and ammunition we had.
Yeah.
That was something
Inventory.
I was doing in inventory in my free time. Thank you. I forgot words for a second.
There you go.
Mariana-
Mitchell's. I'll say Mitchell's going to tag along too, just because again with the military background, it'd be easier to make sure everything's laid out, so everyone can just grab it and go if needed.
Oh, Clayton just starts picking up and going to the main living area and just setting them out. Ammo.
Yeah.
Starts loading things up. What do we got going on?
Mariana is going straight for the cockpit.
All right. So you get up there, and Atlas is already up there, and
Okay.
Atlas is like, "We got two choices. We can try and we can kill everything, all power, and try and hope that they're not trailing us, and then they go right on by, or we can try and run."
I'm
Okay,
trying to remember real
out
quick.
of character, what do you guys want to do? Because I'm not going to make a decision on this one without your input, because this impacts us all.
Well, just remember correctly the layout of the ship. Since like I was helping Clayton laying stuff out, how close is that living area to the cockpit? Like, would we have heard that?
No, we're a floor down.
We're a floor
Yeah.
down. Okay.
The cockpit is on level 1, effectively. It's on level 1 with 2 rooms. Then down a stairwell is the next layer, which has like the public area and I think like 2 sleeping quarters. The next floor down is the sleeping quarters and like
Yeah. Well, no, I remember level 2 had like
showers and
4
shit.
sleeping quarters in the showers. They were all on the same floor. I just
But there's
remember
the
the
big living
cockpit
area.
was attached. I couldn't remember if the
Yeah,
cockpit was on the same level or not. That's all
the
I
cockpit
remember.
cockpit is in the very top of the kimono. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where's Mariana's room then? Because I know her room would be closer to the cockpit.
Well, there is a room for the pilot, and I want to say a room for the captain, both up on that top floor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Like-
around if I remember right, and that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why there was that spiral staircase.
like the
Mhm.
pilot's place is like connected to the cockpit, and the captain's is over here, and you just walk in, but the pilot is directly connected to it by a door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's the layout we designed.
Yeah.
It is.
Because me and John
Did Jonathan send you copies of that layout?
I have some rough ones. He's still finalizing. I'm trying to do a map builder so I can build us one that has like details.
Right.
But I can't find a proper map builder right now for it.
Well, it's hard. That's more of a deck design thing, so you're not really gonna find a map builder for that. But
Cruise ship.
it is a very large ship because it is a freighter.
It's a
So
huge ship.
yeah, it's actually much larger than a Firefly class.
It's, I want to say
Okay.
by,
Oh, yeah.
by
Yes. Yeah.
size alone, I think it's got 3 times the space.
Yep.
It's
Oh, yeah.
huge.
'Cause-
Christ.
yeah, these guys are
So
massive.
Mariana was getting a huge fucking upgrade from her parents.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Because remember, like,
Yeah.
this ship could be,
Yeah.
like, during the war was
It's
modified to be a troop carrier at one point. Like, some
Yeah,
people were modified
that's
to
true.
like platoons.
Yeah, it's what they call a modular ship. So like the cargo containers that we have on our ships right now, it was
Yeah.
designed to be able to like slap those on and then take off. And then you could modify those individually to where one of them could be like living quarters, and you could use the ship as like a crappy cruise liner, and take passengers. Or you could like load it up with like Kel was saying, load them up. Those pods could be turned into troop carriers, and you could literally just go take platoons of people off, and then you could literally drop the containers off with them, which would have all their supplies and everything like that, and it would be like dropping off a mobile base. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason that ours is set up the way it is because we chose the one with the med bay. If
Yeah.
we didn't have the med bay where it is, you could have basically bunks for 50, 60 people in it. Like
Yep.
you could have room for that many people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
There
we
we
need the
go.
med bay though. We definitely need the med bay. We
Oh,
seem
yeah.
to get hurt just a little bit.
We have.
Just
I mean, we
a
haven't.
tiny bit.
We haven't gotten her in the past few sessions.
Why would you say that out loud? Why?
So suddenly a rocket is hurling towards your ship.
No, but I would say, with the out of character bit, Lissa, personally, I want to see what happens if we try and ghost it.
Yeah,
I'm on the side of ghosting. Now the thing is, I was gonna ask. We've been on the ship for a couple of days now, right? It's been several days, right? Okay, so in that time, I feel like if there were communicators that we could like for this scenario, if we need to communicate and we don't want to be yelling across the ship through the intercom, we would probably have found some earpieces or something to communicate. I feel like that'd be part of a ship this size, so you're not just having to constantly call out. You know,
yeah.
Would that be an easy assumption?
I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Nathan could also probably make something work.
Oh, out of just the equipment that the four soldiers had on them, definitely
definitely
have something you could work out. Yeah.
Child prodigy.
Yeah.
So, if I remember right with what Nathan knows, if we try and book it, we might have to be towed in the rest of the way.
Yeah, plus the whole point of us drifting like we were was to avoid using fuel anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think ghosting it would be the best way of handling it.
I agree. But I didn't want to just make that decision without you guys input.
Oh yeah. No, that's completely fair.
Okay. So we're gonna ghost it. Atlas.
Yeah.
Turn all the systems off.
That
she's gonna
does mean you're cutting because it's gonna get close enough to where you have to cut all systems, including life support, which means number one, oxygen is gonna go. You've got, I think the ship would have about 48 hours worth of oxygen in the ship.
Its size,
yeah, and then also the temperature in the ship is gonna plummet. So those are the two things you're going to have to be ready for. And it's not going to, the temperature in the ship is going to take time because the environmental effects are in the ship will keep it stabilized for a few hours. But it is definitely going to end up being a situation where you guys have to find some way of sheltering yourselves because it's going to get scary bad.
But we got 48 hours, right?
48 hours of air.
Clayton says too. I'm assuming we're discussing this.
Yeah, we're doing this over
as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are doing the air. Okay.
And I'm going to assume, given the fact that Ian has worked on these kind of ships before, they're probably given that kind of information, right? You're an engineer. This would be along the between Mariana and Ian. Yeah.
You have this amount of time to fix a life support system. Otherwise, the crew is. Yeah. That kind of information. So if we if we cut it, we should have some time.
About how long are we thinking, GM? Sincerely, before the environmental aspects start to affect us, the oxygen levels
the environmental is going to go much faster. Within 6 to 10 hours.
Okay.
The temperature is going to be going down to where, it's going to be like 30 degrees inside the ship.
Okay, so do we have shuttles connected right now? I know we set up to have 2 shuttles. Are there shuttles currently connected to the ship?
Mariana, do me a favor.
What am I rolling?
What should we give you for a luck roll?
Let's make it real. Let's make it real great. A D4.
A D4? High,
that
low?
makes it 50-50. 50-50. Yep.
Well, everything's 50-50, but yeah.
Yeah.
You could do it percentage-wise. We could have 1, we could have 2, we could have none. You see?
Oh, also, remember, we get a plot point for the episode.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm back up to 7.
What am I rolling?
I'm going to go with what was first said, so you're rolling a D4. And what do you want? High to be yes and low to be no?
How about even odd? Same
let's even odd it.
Yeah.
Let's even odd it. So odds are no, evens are yes.
Okay.
That's a 2.
All right. So you do the shuttles are there. they're since we were saying that most of the ship is in fairly good condition, that I think there's 2 shuttles on this ship, and both the shuttles are serviceable. They can fly. They're space worthy, so everything like that. But they are short distance shuttles. They're really made for doing like jaunting down to the surface when you don't have a big cargo to deliver, something you can throw on the shuttle, or doing like short runs here and there around planet. Excuse me.
So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
We specifically, since you weren't here, our initial departure and to get the direction we've been going, we slingshot off of the smaller sun and shot ourselves toward a series of planets, kind of looped ourselves around the orbit of one of those planets, and then launched ourselves the direction we're going now. My question is, how close are we to another planet right now? Would one of the shuttles...
No, you're in dead space. Niska Station is pretty far out. It goes around one of the suns of the Georgia system, but it's kind of out in the middle of dead space. He didn't want to be in any lanes that the Alliance would definitely be patrolling on a regular basis.
So I guess my question is, if we shot a shuttle off with that radioactive material in it, and someone was was possibly tracking that material and nothing else, because they can't be tracking our ship technically. We've been running cold for too long. We've specifically set off 2 fake trails at this time, so no one can be following the ship signal, but they can be following that radioactivity. If a shuttle was to go off, could it look like it was is there a reasonable direction it could go? Is there somewhere it could feasibly reach that it would seem like someone was actually running and not just throwing someone off their trail?
Yes. If you could make it go that way, then you could actually direct them. But you'd pretty much be guaranteed to lose the shuttle.
Which I think is a fair trade if we're trying to get people to leave us alone, and we are all currently,
what I was going to say,
by all definitions, either AWOL or completely just outlaws at this point. All of us are.
Weren't you guys going to try and use a crybaby?
Yeah, I was going to say, did we not release the crybabies yet? Because the crybabies that we made,
Atlas had to go up to into the pilot stations, so he stopped prepping the crybaby and said someone else has to finish this, and he ran up to the deck. So someone needs to finish prepping the crybaby.
Yeah, Nathan can finish prepping the crybaby, and then we could send that out. That would be a distress signal.
Yeah.
And with the shuttles, we can actually take and just huddle in there, get, like full on, all right, we're gonna confine space, so body heat.
Body heat
now,
and lots of blankets. What I was going to also say is, you can, if you want to, you could stick the radioactive material on the crybaby.
That was my thought. My next thought. The next question is, Corey does not remember properly. He can look it up, but Clayton would definitely know. They can scan for signs of life on ships, correct? They can scan for signs of life on a ship. Yeah. That's a technology that exists. Yeah. Okay. Would I know, given my experience, if lead sheeting could block that?
It can't block that, because they usually do that looking for residual heat signatures on the ship. And then they can also use, they couldn't use that. The only thing they really do is they're looking for passive radiation, which includes heat. And so they're looking for the heat signatures on the because you're basically going to try and look like a hunk of junk, right? Floating in space. You don't want to look like you're alive. Junk. Yeah, we are space junk. So you don't want to look alive. So you're going to kill everything you can, and you're going to basically see if the ship will pass you by, and see if if it continues to make a beeline for you, then you're fucked. If it doesn't, if its course is not directly set to go right over your heads, then you can that's a risk you could take with trying to go dead. But if it's if it's bearing down on you dead on your ass, that's there's it'll be it'll come too close to you is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say if anything, we could also attempt to see if we can read its trajectory, like if it's changing at all to match ours, or if they're just gonna swing by essentially.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
And we can always use the navigation computers for that.
Yeah, I mean you can track that out and see what direction his ship is actually going in and how close it's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do that, you in fact, well, you guys want to? Is that what you want to try?
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to do it?
I would say I'll just run up there, mention that Mariana's like, let's get a beat on where it's going, and then I'll just jump on there and try and do it myself.
What do you?
Yeah.
Because that'll be an operate. Well, hold on. Do I have operate? Let me go check. Yeah, because I got a D6 and operate.
Ian,
D10 and mental.
where would you be working? I'm going to guess you're probably for the most part, this living area has been where you've been doing a lot of work. For the most part, I'm assuming, are you working on the crybaby in there?
Yeah.
More than likely.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's where Ian would be
Good. Yeah.
working on everything, and probably because it's operational role. We have different signals from different ships. Could we get a beat on the signals coming from this ship to see if it's got an origin, such as if it's Alliance or Browncoat or
you want to see if you can
Independent?
get the transponder from it?
Yeah. Possibly. If not,
I would say because you guys, that's another thing. You guys are not broadcasting a transponder signal because you guys do not have one.
Yep.
Not yet.
Not yet. So you're not broadcasting a transponder signal out there. So you basically are looking at a situation where you don't have. That's why you can try and go dark, because you're not coming up as a blip on anyone's screens until they get close enough to literally detect the metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because he's coming up as a blip on your screen because he has an active transponder. You can definitely, once he gets close enough for the transponder to go off, you would have to basically, I guess, run him. It's for the most part, run the ID through the comms, the computer basically, and then it would be able to put up the ship out of all the registries on file. So first off, Corey.
Yes.
Not Corey, sorry. Kel.
Yeah.
Shit, you have an opportunity.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hell yeah.
You have an opportunity, and your DC is the DC is for the roll is going to be 9.
Okay.
So tell me how you're making your dice pool.
Well, mental, obviously, just because it's computers,
Mhm.
operate, and then I'm going to go off my distinction of information broker because just again we're trying to figure out more intel on where this thing is going and stuff like that, and especially at
No, Intel is literally finding out where the local black market is, finding out who is the where is the best place to get stolen parts, who here is an Alliance sympathizer. This is literally be something off of piloting or something like that.
All right, so I would say you would say no on better random unification war then with the possible, again stuff like
you're
that.
A ground trooper.
You never know, they might have something. All right.
I mean, you were literally a commander of a unit, so you're pretty much
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
I
you're
guess
technically an officer, so you're not a ground trooper.
Yeah.
He's a starship trooper.
And for the you can use the complication. You can create the complication for this.
Yeah, because I'm going to go ahead and buy that off you. So I'm going to spend that plot point for that.
Thank you.
And then let me go ahead and roll my dice. So it looks like it's going to be just a D10 and a D6. That is a 16.
That is badass. All right, so you beat it by 5.
Yes, that's a big
Oh.
hero
Raise the
dice.
stakes.
Excellent.
Do you have a way to beat it by 10?
No, I only rolled 2 dice. I rolled max on both dice.
Yeah.
Nice. We've had a couple of those recently.
Not me
Well,
though.
I mean, you could also throw in a big damn hero dice if you want to try and beat it by 10, but
I didn't have one till now.
oh, you didn't?
No,
didn't.
every roll I was beating you by 1 or like just barely getting it.
So I rolled my highest dice was a D8.
Your highest was a D8.
Yep.
I forgot. It doesn't go off the highest I roll. It goes on the highest you rolled. Oh well. Either way, it's still good.
Yep. Well, I mean, actually, it's kind of it sometimes gets kind of hard when the situations you guys run into to get the low dice on this. Oh, you
Yeah.
got a +1 from numbers. Lend a hand.
No, that's
Oh, for
Alyssa.
Alyssa. You thought you were going to get a +1, but no, you do not. But yeah, so you got a D8 for the big damn hero dice. You have you beat it by 5, so you get to raise the stakes, which means that I'm going to basically give you a better outcome, and you still had a complication die you could have thrown in there, which would have been another D6.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had to roll the. I forgot. I didn't realize
You
I
had
had
to
to roll
create the complication to roll the
Yeah,
dice.
before I did that.
Yeah.
So complication.
Or opportunity. Create the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was saying complication for them, opportunity us.
Exactly.
I'll say the opportunity would have been. I'll call it like cross training, where I was again where I was trying to learn more, especially as I was the double agent, trying to learn how to operate different systems. So they kind of made it a little easier to get the or like to track the coordinates, stuff like that, of different, not just like that shit, but like of other stuff.
Gotcha. So basically, a little bit of extra knowledge. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll that D6.
4, so that would actually make it a 20 overall. So that actually beats it by 10 then, because you rolled a 9.
Yep. So now you
Sweet.
get to dictate the scene for what happens for the ship and what the ship's doing and how it's going through.
I want to note that this is 3 episodes in a row where we've been able to dictate something happening directly.
Yeah.
This is a very cinematic game, both for the
I'm proud of
GM
us.
and for the players.
Yep.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah,
Look at
and the
this.
fact this is also on the first roll too, like the first, like outside of whether we had shuttles too, like the actual roll.
Yep.
So as I'm on the computer, punching in numbers, going off his transponder beacon and everything, I find the trajectory and see that's actually it looks like it's coming up on us, but there's a slight varying degree where it's actually going to essentially miss us. Like by the time it gets near us, it'll probably still be like 100 feet away. It won't even notice us.
You're probably going to want it to be more like miles away.
Or miles, yeah. It's like, so I was still kind of hyped the fact that I actually had a really good roll for fucking once.
Yeah.
100 feet in space distance.
In space distance, which is like 50,000 miles or something like that.
Yeah, but it's a few miles out.
Put it this way, you want it to stay out of sensor range. How's that?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, it's so far out, it's not going to detect us on sensors. We don't have to worry about ghosting.
They'd have to be looking for us to see us is the distance we want.
Got it.
Exactly.
All right.
And yeah, I'm just punching out the computer and all that stuff, and I just tell everyone, going like, "Hey, we're good. These guys aren't even looking for us."
Gotcha. All right. So what happens next is you guys are sitting there. The ship is going to go by you. Since you don't have to have thrust in space, you're still going to maintain your speed and your heading for the most part. The only thing that's going to change is the fact that this ship is going to be going by you. So, as you already read their trajectory, they're not going to come within direct sensor range. So as long as everything is shut down, they should be able to be by you probably within like 2 or 3 hours.
Yep.
So number one, it's not going to get that cold in here. It's going to get chilly, but it's not going to get freezing. And number two, it's not going to be, you're definitely not going to have to worry about the oxygen or anything like that.
Yep.
So you guys kind of just like shut everything down. Everyone kind of hunkers down. Everyone has blankets on hand in case it gets a little chilly. As you said before, while he was doing that, you said you were going to try and get the transponder and see what type of ship it was. All right, give me. Hang on, let me give you your roll for 10, and this is a very simple thing to do.
I'm clicking the button. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't unmute. Yeah. Once I finished the Crybaby that I was working on, which I think Jonathan and I already rolled for, we just had several hours it was going to take to complete. Yeah. Once finished that, got the transponder, like. Trying to figure out like who they might be.
Right. So you're going to give me you get the transponder signal, and this is probably going to come since you're doing it after you get the Crybaby finished, and I'm assuming you're going to stay working on the Crybaby when the ship's powered off.
Yeah, because they're going to have to get closer probably.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
little visor light.
Little visor light. That's how
magnifier glasses.
And that's how Nathan's is staying warm. She's just gonna keep working. They're gonna just keep working.
The light warms my hands. Yeah.
Either can't see or can't feel. So I need you to roll me. You're gonna roll me a. That's not great, but. Still not horrible. Intelligence plus not use.
Operate?
Yeah.
Operate. With a specialty in ships.
There you go.
So.
Well, this is actually technically this is operate using computers.
Yep. Shipboard computer.
But I'll give it to you.
Okay. 6. All right.
And your target number is
damn hero dice. Target number is a
6.
6. Okay.
I rolled a little lousy. I was like, I could spend a plot point that I just got, but no.
I got 6.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, but I have my big damn hero die.
Okay.
That I could use.
Go
from
ahead.
last time.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're at that means I have to spend the plot point to add the big damn hero die, right?
Yep.
You should have like 8 or 9 plot points at this point.
I do. Yeah, no, I spent 1. No, 2. So okay, that's a 7 on the D10, so that is 6.
And you get
13.
you get your big damn hero. Well, you get a big damn hero dice for
Haha.
that, which is actually I rolled 2 D6s and a D4, so you got a D6 big damn hero dice.
Perfect.
Because it wasn't a difficult roll.
No. Hell yeah, we did it.
You didn't roll any ones, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
so
good.
Ian is sitting there, just like waiting.
Yep.
Waiting. All right,
And
here
finally
we go.
you get the ding.
Ding.
The ship is a privately owned ship. It's not a alliance, and there would not technically be browncoats anymore at this point, but
No.
it's not alliance, that's for sure. It is called the Nazarene.
Oh, thank God, 8 Reavers.
And it is a ship that is registered to a Bartholomew. What was his last name? God. Sorry, my dog is banging his food bowl. It's driving me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dog notified me that his food bowl was empty.
Yeah.
And it needed to immediately be filled or he would die.
Yeah, he's got food in his bowl, but he's got this thing where he doesn't like to eat food unless it's on the floor.
My dog eats specifically out of the left side of his bowl. So there was food, but the left side was empty. So you know what you do? You just spin the bowl.
Nope, it has to be on the left side of the bowl. And this is a funny thing. I took his bowl away for a little while, and just put a paper plate on the floor and poured it on the paper plate to see if he would what would happen if it was basically technically on the floor. And and then he just took his nose and shoved his food everywhere.
Sounds about right.
Dogs are brilliant.
Both of my dogs pick up mouthfuls of food, bring them to the carpet, set them on the carpet, and eat them there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why. No clue. They're both just fucking weird.
Yeah.
But it's this ship is owned by who?
Bartholomew Reyes.
Yeah. So Bartholomew Reyes owns the ship. It's the Nazarene. It's privately owned. Like it's not Alliance.
Yep.
Unless anybody is upset this individual, I think we're good.
If you want, you can do searches for him now. If you want to.
Just sitting there with the comm.
This is happening after that ship's gone by, and you guys are pretty much powering up the ship again, and you ran the transponder ID. You've gotten the name, so you're now looking at are you gonna try and find out who he was?
Yeah. Yeah, no, full on like pulling out the comm while switching the systems back on, like
Google searching. So you quickly get the information. It doesn't even take a roll, because you put in a Bartholomew Reyes and you put in the transponder ID for the ship, the Nazarene, and you get Reyes and Reyes bail claim service.
Yep. So Nathan will finish turning back on all the systems, doing the check, and then be like, so the ship that passed us, the Nazarene, owned by this Bartholomew guy, he owns a bail service.
A bail service?
So
it's a kind of a combination thing, because bail bondsmen are just what you think they are. They go out and look for people who skip bail, but a lot of them also moonlight, taking on bounties from the military.
They're just bounty hunters.
Yeah, so
all they are.
Bail bondsman / bounty hunter. I'm not getting any further into their system, so we don't have a trail to get back to us, but that's what's going on with those people.
Well,
so I'm glad we shut everything off and they went by, because, well, to be honest, Clayton.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same. I think we're in the same headspace here, but at the same time, most bounty hunters aren't too bright as it is. They're very much. They get the scent, they're fine, but before that,
I mean,
I wouldn't be too worried.
I had a cousin who was one, and they'll do pretty much anything for money. So,
which is fair, but
I'd prefer we not be the thing they're doing for money.
That is understandable, friend.
Out of character, real quick. Are y'all doing that over the comms or in person?
Oh, I figured over the comms.
Yeah, over the comm, because Ian's turned all the systems back on.
No, that's fine. I want to make sure.
We just have a rapport because almost killed each other.
We almost killed each other, and then we saved each other, and then we burned together.
They didn't even have a gun.
I don't know. I feel like
you did have a forced hug.
Yeah,
we did have a forced hug.
We did have a forced hug.
All they would have had to do is put my head up because I was actively being shot at. They could have killed me very easily. It wouldn't have taken much.
Ian was smart. That's what got them through basic training. Okay, they were like, "No, you technically made it through. Technically, go to school."
While hearing that, what I'm going to do is just kind of put ear to or finger to the piece. Go on, like. We all know that Alliance works fast. We might want to check if there is a bounty on anyone who they know is still alive. And then, out of curiosity, is there any way for us to check bounties without getting caught? Or that not, or that be public knowledge at this point, like public domain stuff? They wouldn't trace that shit.
All depends on what type of resources that there might be devoted to it. You, since you were active as a intelligence officer. You know that certain searches are monitored. You know that keywords are monitored, and you know that they will try and find out where any searches came from, especially anything like that's obviously coming from a moving source like a ship.
Yeah.
That will set off flags.
Okay.
So you can get on the Cortex and you can do searches for generic stuff. But
yeah, so
okay,
if I look up Clayton, I'm probably gonna get us pinged.
Yeah.
If I look up myself or Nath, maybe not, potentially. Because they don't know who they didn't know who we were. We didn't give our names out.
Well, here's the big thing about it is that, you know, if you do any type of searches, let's just put it this way, you're going up against Alliance intelligence.
Yeah.
It depends on how much money they're willing to spend to find you. But you also know for a fact, you also can fairly well surmise that they know what you're carrying.
Yeah.
Because the Alliance already got information about the commander from the spy who was on their ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering because I kind of figured if I were to type in Clayton's name, or even though he's told us his name, Clayton, whatever name the military had for him, that would probably raise flags because again, he literally spoke to them.
Only one person has one of my names.
Yeah. But granted, as far as I know, I would actually type in Clayton McCoy. That's what you introduce yourself as.
The biggest thing,
find nothing.
The biggest thing you have going for you is that you are on an unmarked, unlicensed ship.
Yeah.
And they do not know how much fuel you have.
Yeah.
Or really where we went. We are, except for up until recently, there was a radiation trail to follow, but that died several hundred miles ago.
Yep.
So they're having to scan a very wide area right now to find us if they look for that.
And plus, the radiation trail will show them that you did make a course correction. So even after you found and dumped the radioactive or covered up the radioactive item, you could have made more course corrections.
Exactly.
So,
so they don't exactly know where we're going. All right. So what I'm going to do is while it's in the community going when we dock, we should probably look to make sure there's no, bounties, nothing on us that the Alliance looking for.
I mean, I can talk to a few people once we land. Probably find some people who would know something about that. Well, a lot of us might be considered, missing in action, but given certain situations, I'm thinking they might be looking for a few of us.
Well,
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Mitchell? Correct, Mitchell. I'm asking.
Yeah.
You've given me Mitchell so far. Okay.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. As we were leaving, I saw you throw your dog tags amongst all those bodies, or where bodies would be shortly. And Ian, is it? That's what you're going by right now. Did you do the same, or did you keep yours?
Mine, I ditched with the clothes when we tried to take Mitchell's pants.
Okay, so that would mean that the only person they could possibly be after at this point, realistically, would be me. Because they didn't see any of you get on the ship. The only one they saw run into the ship was me. And short of being aware that if they were to look at the ship and the property, they could assume it was owned by Mariana's family. But
yeah, nothing's been. Everything was transferred to Miss Mariana. So if I remember right, looking at the logs.
Well, currently, this is a undocumented ship.
No, paperwork wise, it hasn't been registered.
It's not been registered in any way. So that would indicate that anyone, any Dick or Jane, could have stolen this ship, and I'm just with them. Currently, I'm y'all's only hindrance at the moment because no one else knows. Aside from knowing that communicator was on the ship, aside from knowing that was here, which could have again been anything. I could have picked that up off somebody in the field of battle, anything. So as far as they know, I'm the only one they're actually looking for.
My communicator ID might have pinged, but I'm hoping I did a good enough job hiding my trail. And that was after, So
Yeah. So my communicator's still back at the ranch. So they only know that I got on this ship. That's it. Correct? That we can assume that's all. The only person they know for sure is on this ship is myself.
Yes.
So if anyone is looking for anybody, they're looking for me.
Or the general.
Well,
or
this
in
is
general,
the thing.
yeah.
They only saw me get on the ship, and they know the general's communicator was on the ship, not himself.
That's
As
true.
far as they're aware, I'm the only person they know is definitely on the ship for sure, have an identity of. So they're looking, if they're looking for me, or they're looking for that general and his communicator.
Or if they got a good look at me, if anyone recognized me, which hopefully not, I couldn't
But
tell.
I'll say,
without the shoot.
It's a possibility.
Remember, I was hanging out the door, covering your ass.
What I'm saying is that if I end up bouncing
And
off
almost
for a
dropping
bit, if I end up bouncing off, making sure I am seen in public, going somewhere else, and y'all leave, I can bounce away for at least a bit, and make sure that y'all don't have to worry about me being a hindrance. That's what I'm suggesting here for a short time, if necessary.
I mean, if it comes to, needing to hide you, we could probably get you in one of the shuttles and just drop you out, kind of have you float for a bit and come pick you up later.
Totally
But
fair.
I think it should be fine for now.
I'm just thinking ahead. If we're heading towards this Niska fella's place, I've heard of him. He's someone who could help someone disappear if they needed to. I'm just saying it's a possibility that if need be, I can disappear for a little bit.
All right.
Don't know how I'd pay him,
That-
but
that
I'm
does
sure I
sound-
can figure something out.
That sounds like
I mean,
some sort of
you have
plan.
fancy med kit. I'm sure you can have some of it.
I'm sure he could, but he ain't getting the one I carry, and everything good's in there.
I was like, out of curiosity, I know, when we first brought up Niska, Clayton was really asked us, but do any of us know of Clayton's reputation as well, individually? Or Niska's reputation, sorry, Niska.
But I say definitely not Clayton's.
I
Not
think
yet.
Mariana probably would, because since she's a merchant, then
Gotta say merchant and
The big thing everyone knows across the board, the one thing that's always said, you do not want to go into debt with Niska. Because once you start down that road, he works his way into keeping you in the hole. So any dealings you have with Niska, you make sure you're completely paid off, and there's no question about any of it.
All right.
That's the one thing that everyone knows.
Did he ever make it out to, Seventh Circle?
Niska?
Yeah.
He rarely leaves the Sky Palace. It's too dangerous.
No. His business, though. Rumors about his business.
Ever since he built out the Sky Palace, he really runs everything from there. He keeps the Alliance paid off to keep them off his back.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much runs, for the most part, an illegal black market out of the Sky Palace, where people bring stuff in, illicit goods in, and they can literally buy, sell, and trade them in the Sky Palace. And then also the Sky Palace is also kind of a resort for criminals. There's a casino in the Sky Palace and a hotel. And so they basically, they come in there, they do their business, they party there.
it's what Vegas was before it became what it is today.
Probably, something along those lines.
So probably while in training, Ian probably heard some rumors. Okay.
Niska is a boogeyman figure.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has heard of the mob and heard of, what bad things happen. And every time anyone talks about the mob, they always mention old famous names like Al Capone and stuff like that. Niska would be the equivalent of that.
Niska is our Capone. Got it.
More like John Gotti, but yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because Niska ain't going to get hit with tax evasion.
No, this can't go. No.
He's got plenty of bookkeepers. He covers his tracks.
Perfect.
Yeah, they learned from Earth that was.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
So,
So
I'm
we
assuming
get
that
where we're going.
everything's powered
Go from
back up, and you start heading back. All right. So, and remember, this happened with only like a day left to get to Niska's.
Hmm.
So we gotta fire that crybaby off the opposite direction. Is that the plan here? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all ready to go. I just need to get it. Basically, we need to get it ready to launch, turn it on, and make sure it's out as soon as possible.
Yeah. It's got a simple drive on it. It's pretty much designed to where it can navigate itself. And so you basically gonna put it in the airlock. It's gonna kind of like float out of the airlock behind you, and then once it gets far enough away from the ship, you're just gonna kick it on, and it's gonna follow its pre-programmed navigational coordinates, and it's gonna take off.
And we're putting the radioactive material on this, right? Or
Yep.
no?
And I'm assuming you're gonna unshield it when you do it.
I was figuring if would there be a way that we can strap it to it in such a way that the shielding could come off, like the little bit of shielding could come off. Maybe
There's no wind in space.
Yeah, but
and there's no friction in space.
Yeah,
either.
there's no
That's the only
friction in
problem.
space.
Yeah. I'd have to rig a whole spring thing. That's going to take some more time,
it's
and we'd be
it's not
closer.
it's not worth the trouble. We can unfold it, make sure one of us is wearing one of the suits again, unwrap it, duct tape it, and just send it off.
exactly.
I got it.
Because remember, if you can't duck it, fuck it.
That's what I live my life by.
I'll just say, I can easily just put on the suit because also instead of just putting the airlock and letting it drift out, because these EVA suits have magnetic boots, right?
Yeah, but you don't need
Yeah.
to leave the airlock because
No, I'm just saying just to make sure, like I don't want to like lose my grip, knowing my shit luck. Holding on to like the bars, I lean out and toss it out.
Oh,
Yeah, we
no,
basically-
no. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying magnetic boots, so I don't slip and fall.
Yeah, you're okay. There's
No,
definitely.
what I'm trying to tell you is you're not going to have a grav when the airlock opens.
No,
So-
I know. No, I'm saying no. My
Yeah,
my
no.
bad luck where like when I lean out from the air, like you know that bar I was using to pull Corian
Mhm.
when we're done. If I on that as I lean out from the ship, and even though there's no friction, nothing like that, as I essentially try and like just fastball it behind us, essentially. So
You're
that
trying
way,
to give it
Propelled.
more inertia.
It's propelled, so really all you got to do is put
Yeah,
an
well, I was
airlock
saying-
and
well, yeah. Well, I was saying that part too because
Set
that
it-
way we can also literally just
open.
whoever does it can unwrap the isotope right before we put it out into space. That way, there's less chance of it still lingering on the ship. Is what I was trying to get at.
That's actually a fair point. So leave it to the very last second to put it on.
Yeah, hence the
Alright.
fastball it out the thing. 'Cause I know there's propulsion to really get it going, but just to help make sure again none of us get exposed longer than we need to be.
Well, we've all been exposed for a while now, so I feel like
So, yeah, just a bit.
I feel like-
We
yeah,
probably.
Wait,
a couple more seconds.
Yeah.
You might be
hey,
okay.
out of character, real quick. I just realized something. I'm going to bring this up in character. This one, don't check. The casing it was in, like in the communicator, there was no like. I know it wasn't like shielded, but it was still a little shielded inside the communicator, right?
So it was inside a heavily leaded piece of glass.
Okay.
So it was mainly shielded, but it is a highly radioactive substance. You haven't taken the time to try and analyze what it is.
Yeah. No, the reason I was asking because I was in character was going to then chime in, like, wait, you're right. We've all been exposed. The general had this on their person. That's all
yeah.
about that
No,
part.
I told Corey where it was
Yeah,
sitting
when
against
I
his
checked
skin,
him
he had a
out.
radiation burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I don't remember the
but
radiation burn parts. That's
It
my
also
bad.
hadn't been there that long. It had
Yeah.
only been like that for a couple of days.
Because
Okay.
It didn't
you
break.
get where I was going with that for that
Yeah.
little moment there.
Yeah, the little item inside the thing did not break until it detected that you guys were outside of the gravity well of the planet.
Okay.
So once you guys left the gravity well of the planet, in other words, only
Then-
have the low G ship's G on it,
Yeah.
the little sensor tripped and it shattered the glass.
Got it. Okay.
And that was only about 3 days. We only noticed it about 3 days in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
No,
now-
I remember.
and it's also been like an additional week and a half since then. So I've been treating us for radiation. We're fine. We should be fine at this point in the long term.
Yep.
Yeah. Just you get
So
where
a
I'm going.
couple-
There's like the little epitome is like, wait, the general, the dude we're supposed to escort.
Yeah, no, that was the concern initially, is that it probably would have killed him. Not only could they track it, it would have killed him and anyone around it over time.
Okay. Well,
which I'm sure is part of the reason they use that method. Because everyone's so ill, they really can't fight back when they find them.
Okay.
But we all should be good in a couple of seconds. Shouldn't make a difference. If you're concerned about the exposure, a couple of seconds ain't gonna make a whole lot of difference, especially if you're shielded in one of those suits while you do it.
Yeah.
You duct tape ready, unwrap it, put it in the airlock. You should be fine. There should be no real long term effects of a couple of seconds.
Either way, I'll volunteer to put it in the airlock and tape it.
I ain't gonna fight you on it.
Everyone's like, you got it.
With how much you've packed me up lately, I figured you would fight it.
That's a free action.
Yes.
That's free real estate.
So you use basically the hoist system in the cargo bay to get the crybaby out into the airlock.
Yep.
It's literally dangling in the airlock off of the chains that are used, and it's dangling in the airlock. So once you turn on your mag boots, they seal the inner compartment. They open the big outer doors for the airlock, and you're sitting there looking out into space. You can see that once the airlock shuts off, that the chains kind of go slack-ish as the weight is taken off of it, and the crybaby's kind of just there. Are you just gonna take the isotope out and tape it to the hull of the crybaby for the most part?
Yeah, just gonna take it out and do couple layers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it or anything like that. So once you do that, once you do that, you can basically you can just move away from it, and then Ian can go ahead and activate it, and it will pilot itself out of the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
then then after that I'll just come back in, get out suit, so we got everything powered back on, go even with the suit, still take a decontamination shower, just be safe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, since you don't have a transponder, the crybaby doesn't have a transponder because you don't have anything to duplicate. So it's literally just dragging that radioactive isotope.
Yep.
So how many crybabies did you guys have?
We made 3, I think.
3 total.
So you're down to 2.
3.
Yeah.
We had 2 that had.
We did one down the
signal.
river. Yeah, we did one down the river. We just did this one, so we got one left.
One more. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Which means we're going to probably need materials to make more.
Yeah. Which just means you're going to have to hit a dump somewhere or something like that.
Yeah, no big deal.
Shipyard somewhere.
Yeah, shipyard when we.
Or just cause more emotional damage to the players.
Because causing emotional damage.
As long as it's not me this time. You guys volunteer. I say Kel just volunteered as tribute. Right.
Kel absolutely volunteered.
Wow.
Once again, nothing traumatic about Natha whatsoever. She's totally fine.
Totally
fine.
Totally fine.
The next port we land on, we're suddenly going to see a bunch of people that look just like Kel's character, all just in a group in the middle of some kind of a marketplace. And something's going to go wrong.
So you guys, I think you finished the rest of the trip to Niskus. You get permission to dock. The moment your ship docks, there is a display that pops up on your computer, and it is a meter that is just clocking in money.
Of course.
Not how much per second are we looking at?
Oh, it's it's basically a few credits every hour. But depending, you don't know how long you're going to be there.
Yeah.
So we're going to make this a short trip, right? Because currently I'm broke. I got things I can trade with, but I have no money.
I would imagine I probably had my ID and everything on me.
You had your wallet and everything on you. You probably took whatever money that was available in the house. Your mom probably had a little, rainy day fund that she kept in a cookie jar somewhere type thing.
And for all
so-
intents and
So
purposes-
how many credits were in the rainy day cookie fund, and how much does Mariana just have?
Mariana, she has probably a couple of 100 credits on her, just as running around spending money. And then there was probably about a 2,000 in the Magyar, because it's also for like, not that they would have directly told you, but it's also for like bribing local government officials when they come by to do impromptu inspections.
I'm sure Mariana knew.
Yeah. Everyone
She'd seen
got,
it her entire
everyone
life.
gets a little kickback, so but yeah, so that, and then all the three of you, the rest of you guys have your paychecks. I mean, the only problem is Mariana, because she goes to a lot of ports, carries a lot of cash. You guys carry a decent amount of cash because you are troopers, but all three of you, the majority of your personal wealth, your savings, is in bank accounts tied to your identities. If you hit those anywhere, you're gonna automatically, it's gonna automatically trigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, something for Mitchell, considering he has, he was a rich kid from Osiris.
Yeah. So you're cut off from all those funds.
Yep.
Ian's money goes elsewhere.
I was gonna say most of Ian's money probably went home, right?
Yeah.
You kept enough to keep yourself in ramen, and you stayed in the barracks almost all the time. So.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
So I'm thinking with this NAS meter that's running here, we could probably do a little bit of trade around the area. Like I know the good doctor here could probably do some things, and I can fix some things for people. Maybe get some cash that way.
The computer screen flickers, and there is a video comes up, and it is a very obviously computer rendered face. Like no expense was spent on making sure this was completely cheap looking. Please God, no. Oh shoot, I don't know if the sound alerts are on here. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing the alert there.
I'll refund that back to you, Leslie. Don't worry. I'll put it on there in a second. But yeah, so they basically have, you have that whole situation of the face comes on and it's very cheaply done, and it's almost made to look like, and it says, "Welcome to Niska's Sky Palace. You have chosen to dock, which means your tab has started now. If you would like to book hotel rooms, you can put them on the tab. If you would like to get the ship refueled, you can put it on the tab. If you would like to order any food or company, you can put it on the tab. At the time you choose to leave, you will either pay the tab or surrender the ship. Enjoy your stay at Niska's Sky Palace."
Does it have any of those little moments where it's going sky, 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 sky,
No, it's not
palace?
Max
It feels like
Headroom.
I felt like it would have a Max Headroom effect. Never mind. You said cheap. I was hoping
I
for real
was thinking
cheap.
like glitchy software.
Yes.
All right.
Too.
If anybody asks if we want anything, we say no thank you, because I'm not sure we can afford the air we're breathing right now, let alone whatever the cost of refueling is going to be.
Well, the nice thing is that the air is still being produced by your systems. You're just hooked into Niska's stuff for actually holding
Once
the ship
we
in
step
place.
off of the ship and they
Yeah, we don't
recognize
step
we've
off
left, they start charging us for air.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't give Niska the
Basically,
Here's
idea.
another thing.
Don't give Niska the idea.
You see the automated systems detecting your fuel port, and a fuel line hooks to it. There is the computer comes up with allow refueling, yes, no.
How much is the refueling?
Where are we at?
So
where's
you know
our fuel
how
level at currently?
gas prices go crazy during the summer?
And during wartime?
Okay, so wait. So right now,
It hurts.
the prices
It hurts.
for fuel on Niska's spaceport are the equivalent of the prices for fuel when you're trying to flee a war zone.
So
I
roughly
mean,
six
I
for
figured as much.
by US
I'm trying to
dollars,
find out
6
if
to
I have
7
enough credit.
$6 to $7 a gallon.
I'll say more like
equivalent.
10.
We're talking.
Yeah.
right?
I'll say more like
So
10.
you are looking at to fuel yourself
250
up to make the run all the way out. It would take you roughly 4,500 credits, 4,500.
Jesus fuck.
4,500.
Yeah.
And how
This
many
is a big
credits?
ship.
You
It
said
takes a lot of fuel.
Oh, duh.
You
I was
said
thinking, I
I've
was like,
got-
Jesus.
Huh?
what 2,500 credits right now?
Yeah, you have about 2,500 credits just on you alone. Everyone
Okay.
else has probably about the equivalent of about 100 credits.
I don't even have that. I have stuff
Ah.
worth trade, but I don't even have that for sure.
We don't
So
have.
it's gonna-
So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a no, or we're
I
gonna.
think it's
We're
gonna
gonna.
be a trade. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
figure out something.
Yeah. Click no for now.
All right.
You click no.
Yeah.
You get charged a 10 credit service fee for the attempt to connect.
All that going.
If you want to know, I did.
Did I
found
hit the wrong button?
No, that's just about how things go.
It's a
Alright,
conversion
It's
alright.
like this. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
no,
a conversion
no,
rate.
we
It's
got
about $25 a credit. So that's $112,500
Yeah.
in fuel, which makes sense for space travel. That's not
Yeah.
insane.
That's
That's
enough
like-
to
that's
get
a
you all the
sensible
way
thing.
out to where you wanted to go, though, because that's
Yeah.
fully fueling up.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this? I need to find this now.
Oh, I looked up. There you go.
Oh, it hurts.
Credits are worth more than platinum. So
They said no to the fueling. Sorry about that, Liquid.
Yeah.
There was apparently an ad break.
We clicked
Ah.
no and got charged 10 credits.
$10.
Yeah, you clicked no and you got charged 10 credits for the pleasure of saying no tax.
$250
That's not my name.
for
That's not-
saying no.
Jesus Christ.
that's
Expensive.
not the- Hold on.
Could it just?
We should have just. Could we have just let it sit there and not?
Probably would have racked up money for every time I tried to
Yeah,
connect per minute.
since it was trying to connect the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
We took too long trying to answer.
Yeah, but still, $25 is one credit.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're talking space currency, though. You also make substantially more
Yeah.
per
It's
job, kind of
space
thing.
wizardry. So, what are you
No,
guys gonna
that's Star Wars.
do? I know.
All right, so get off the ship. Figure out who we're gonna talk to about our guest here.
Niska doesn't need to know shit about our guest.
No,
Our
no,
guest
I
doesn't need
said
to be-
I said who we're gonna talk to. So Niska's off that list. We're not
Mhm.
talking to Niska, but we have to find. We can't just keep hauling him around. I mean,
We-
we could, but
Well, we have
like,
we got somewhere for him to go. We're taking him to the Blue Sun system.
Yep.
That's where we're headed, and we're just here to refuel. Maybe get some supplies. It's a long journey. We have plenty
that's
of
true.
dry rations and shit, but that's going to get boring after the next week or so. I can do a lot, but I can only make that shit taste so good. If we can find some kind
Have
of
we eaten
sustainable.
the cake yet?
Oh, we definitely went through that with
Definitely.
Atlas is coming down from the deck, and he's the flight deck, and he says he kind of looks around, and he's got that same kind of apprehensive look he's had this entire time, and he says, "I don't think you guys should mention anything.
Oh, definitely not. No,
Not
we're
even-
not saying it.
Right.
Not even where we were coming from,
Oh no, not
or
a
where we're
goddamn
going
word.
to."
We're just a
Yeah,
cargo
no.
ship refueling, and this seemed like a good place to do it. We don't even know
Seemed
where
like-
we are. Is that fair?
Yep.
Well, we just saw an ad for Niska Sky.
Well,
No, I
you-
mean Niska
Well,
Sky Palace.
We know we're on Niska Sky Palace, but we don't know anything beyond the fact this is a casino and/or hotel. Is that fair? Can we all just be country bumpkins for the day?
I'm good at doing that one.
I say I technically am myself, but
I think most of us are.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mitchell has an air about him.
That's true.
He's got an air of a highfalutin, toting, fancy
No,
pants.
you had a good
He
education.
seems like he seems like he's never had peanut butter on dry bread before.
You had peanut butter?
Seems like he's never had a bread sandwich.
Sandwich.
Butter with cinnamon.
No syrup
Butter with
sandwiches
cinnamon.
for Mitchell. No syrup sandwiches for Mitchell.
But yeah, so do you guys head off the ship?
Yeah.
Atlas
Grab
is
his
like,
bag and
I'm going to stay here and make sure no one comes on the ship.
yeah.
Good
That
idea.
sounds fair.
Good
Good
plan.
idea.
I know the want here is to probably carry a gun, Mariana. I'm sure, as myself, you're probably in that notion, right? Well, I happen to know at least one thing about Niska, and that is he does not like guns. That is one of those things. I would assume that would be something everyone would hear about Niska, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That would be something you would know. No guns on Niska Sky Palace.
Well, actually, when you open your airlock, the airlock for the station across from you doesn't open. It's got a big sign plastered on it, and it says "All weapons checked here." And there's a huge basket to the left.
Yeah, I'm not putting my gun there. I'm keeping it on the
Trying to
ship.
say, oh yeah, the gun. Well, if I remember correctly, it's just guns. But I think Clayton would be safe about it and put his knife in there too.
You put it in the basket.
No, what I am going to
You
do,
leaving it on the ship?
I am leaving my gun in my bunk. I'm leaving little buddy in the bunk, and I am gonna.
Little buddy.
Little buddy's the name of the gun.
I know.
That's his name. But I am gonna drop a knife in there.
You know what its name should be? Innocent Man.
No, that one died.
That gun got left on planet. That rifle stayed on
remember?
planet.
Yeah,
This is Mariana's.
This is
dad's
Mariana's
Yeah, I know.
dad's gun.
gun. Yeah,
I mean, still innocent man who's dead.
yeah, but not by my hand.
Yeah, no.
No, by a hand
Loses
grenade.
That gun, Mariana is going to personally punch Clayton in the face.
Oh no, that gun is staying like buried in the bunk. Like it is in some little compartment that people don't. That if we've definitely searched the ship in this time, we've had a lot of free time. I'm sure we've all found those little nooks and crannies to hide shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitely most of the guns are in one of those. But little buddy's going in the room. I am dropping one like boot knife in the basket though, to look like we're.
Something you don't feel bad if you don't get back.
Yeah, if I don't get it back, it's fine. But I want to also appear as if I'm someone who would normally carry a weapon somewhere, but not someone rich enough to have a hoity-toity gun.
Is anyone
You know
going
what I
to
mean?
try and sneak anything onto the station?
No.
Mariana's
No.
just gonna have their multi-tool, but that's
See-
it. Nothing.
The dumbass wants to say yes, but common sense is going to say no. I'm not.
Oh, Clayton definitely has a couple scalpels in his medical bag, and he ain't going anywhere without the medical bag.
Got it.
So technically, I have a weapon, but it's a tool.
Yeah.
You know.
And so as you approach the airlock, the red light above the airlock cycles green, and the airlock opens up. You're into the causeway that comes out to the dock that your guys are clamped to. The causeway, you go down the causeway to the main setup for Niska's Sky Palace. You come into a central area that is pretty much a ring around the center of the Sky Palace. It's always rotating. It helps to establish gravity. And it basically is a bunch of, for the most part, like vendors. They have like stalls along either side. There's traffic going left and right. You can continue into and the each one of the docking stations is like a spoke on a wheel. And there's
It's like an airport.
yeah,
Kind of like an airport. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, except that it's done in levels instead of done in docks. So like there's one radial arm of docks here, second one here, and a third one at the very bottom. And then at the very top of the top half of the Sky Palace is the casino and hotel building. You do see that there are some really fucking nice ships docked here. like pretty much what you would think are like Alliance yachts for like rich folk. The casino is well known. A lot of the upper crust like to slum here and feel like they're bad boys and that they're outlaws because they're coming to Niska Sky Palace to gamble. But, you know, this place is like Niska's keeps the levels that they get to go to in the casino. There's no one dangerous on those levels.
Oh, I do have a question for everyone to just kind of get it in their head. How did everyone dress to come on this go into the Sky Palace?
That's another thing.
We've had some options for clothing. We grabbed a bunch of clothes from the ranch before we left, just stuff that we knew would fit us.
Yeah, that's right. You took all the clothes you could find.
Yeah, we took everything we could. Yeah, that's why we were still there when Lions showed up, because we were packing shit up, thinking we were okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we were taking our time a little bit.
I would say Mitchell's probably still wearing just the basic combat boots that they had with their with his uniform, and probably just a pair of like ranch jeans, just like basic blue jeans that you work in, stuff like that, and maybe found like just a Blue Sun T-shirt.
Boy.
What about the rest of you? How are you attired?
Mariana has on just like a comfy button up, like kind of like you'd have while working on the ranch. Kind of think Mal vibes, but not exactly like Mal.
Gotcha. I'm not picturing you dressed exactly like Mal, so
just Mal with a corset.
Yep.
Just Mal with a corset. That's all it is.
Zoe, think Zoe.
Yeah. Zoe at that point.
Yeah.
I can't picture Zoe in a corset now.
Yeah,
but she wears one.
Nope,
she wears a vest.
She wears one.
She wears a vest. It's not a corset.
It's not a corset.
It's kind of close though, considering it's kind of hard. I don't think you'd be able to fight an actual corset though, not with the way they move.
Well, I was thinking. I think it's also an armored vest. So
it is. It is both fashionable and sensible. Clayton is is dressed like you would see a Wild West doctor. He's got a little vest on. He's got like a clean. He grabbed clothes from Mariana's father, who happened to be about the same size. So the vest's a little bit tight, but he's dressed to look somewhat presentable. He is, however, when he got on the ship initially, having been in combat for a while, Doc Holliday meets Doc McCoy. It's not a bad not a bad reference there.
Not wrong.
But yeah, a little button up shirt with the vest is a little bit too tight. He actually had a full beard from being that he was in combat so long. He was just one of the, we're not full beard, but he had a good bit of stubble. No one's been really watching him. Well, he is fully shaven, making sure that he is a little bit less noticeable, and he is wearing a decent looking flat top Stetson.
Gotcha.
He is definitely filling in the Wild West doctor vibe.
And Ian.
Trying to look like he's something he is not.
Perfect. Yeah, Ian's wearing Mariana's old clothes, if I remember right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, trying to find, some sort of shirt that doesn't look like it cost, a whole month of rent back home.
Mariana didn't wear, anything fancy. Just, stuff that would be appropriate around a ranch.
Yeah, it's still...
I was going to say, I don't think you guys got into Mariana's closet where, she kept her formal... Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did.
Because you did. Your parents were well off, so you kind of did go.
We got all the clothes out that we could.
Yeah, all the clothes. So Ian was going
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we actually have a moment a firefight when Caitlin was looking at the dress in the window?
It was
did we have that kind of moment?
Yeah, but Ian's I shouldn't touch that. If I break it. So yeah, found a loose fitting shirt. The pants are probably
Mariana's old prom dress in there.
Mariana's old prom dress. That's what I was gonna say. It's
Yeah, the pants are probably a little bit too long, so like Ian rolled them up a bit and like has the tool bag, and it's just like, all right, so
I feel like at some point Mariana is
good.
going to sit down with Ian and is going to actually like sew the rolled up part up so that Ian doesn't have to constantly fidget with them.
So we established that your dad's clothes were like big enough. How tall was your father? Just give me a number.
I wanted to say like
we
5'10" to 6 foot. I think is what it was.
So he's as wide as I am, but everything's a little bit short.
A little bit too short, yeah.
He's about 6'3", so everything fits, just not quite right. I look like
so.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm imagining he's done is he's rolled.
It is rolled up. Everything has been made to work, but you could, if you look close enough, everything's just
a little off.
Just a little off.
I also love how minus my intentional wardrobe choice, we all pretty much went Firefly crew vibe clothing for Corey.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
He is definitely wearing what Kaylee would wear.
All right, let's do something real quick. We are going to go ahead and start up the giveaway for the tickets. Remember, we are giving away raffle tickets, and at the end of this month, we're going to give away this mini. This is Asmodeus, the king of the 9 hells, and he is sitting on his throne. This is a mini is 6.5 inches wide at the base. It's probably about 9 inches tall. It doesn't come painted. You're going to paint it yourself, but it is a 4K mini, which means it prints out at the same quality you see the miniature here on screen. So we're going to be giving that out at the end of the month. We're starting the giveaway now. For the next 20 minutes, you type the keyword into chat, and rock me, Asmodeus. You type the keyword into chat, and you'll get your raffle tickets. Followers get 1, subscribers get 2. If you said anything in chat, you have to follow us to say it, so you might as well type the keyword in too. But we will be giving that away at the end of the month. And you can go to our Discord if you want to, and you can find out what the total on all the tickets is right now and who has the most. And you guys will be able to see where you guys stand, and we will do the drawing on the mini will be given away on the show on the 31st, and the last day you can get tickets is the show on the 30th. Also, excuse me, do not forget that we're still trying to get enough followers here so we can give away this, which is our set of D&D core books. This is the Player's Guide to Monster Manual, DMG, and the GM screen, and this is the limited edition foil cover set. We're giving those away when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch, and currently we are sitting at 925. So if you guys want to help us out, literally tell your friends. It's a free chance to win a core set of D&D books, and it's a limited edition foil cover core set. I literally have them sitting right beside me on the floor. If they want a chance to win that, all they have to do is come over, give us a single follow, and they will be entered to win. It's no difference between subscribers or followers on that one. Everyone gets the same chance to win. All you have to do is be following us. So other than that, I was gonna say, you guys want to take about a 15-minute break real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
So we will be back in 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Did you know we were gone? Did you miss us? Oh, so let me check one thing.
Will Robinson, danger.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. We've got probably about 5 minutes left on the contest. Let me refresh this and see what it's at.
Okay, so I
1
just
minute and 39
read,
seconds.
Yeah.
I just read what the auto caption picked up when I said "Brr, brr, brr, brr." It said "Remember the bear." You know what?
Remember
I
that
love
bear.
it. Remember that bear.
Remember the freaking bear, man.
I vote we name the episode, Remember the Bear.
I'll find a way to tie that.
That would be the most hard to contextualize episode ever.
Oh, I'll think.
Oh yeah.
I got an hour. That's all I need. I can do it.
Alrighty, so let me do one thing really, really fast.
The way you say remember though, it just made me think of the South Park member berries. It's like member.
Remember Chewbacca?
I am concerned.
Why are you
I've
concerned?
never seen that episode. My wife.
Because we're on Niska's station.
Oh,
Oh, you scared?
I'm not
No,
scared. I
Clayton's,
am concerned. There is
I
a
will say-
difference, sir.
You should be scared if you're not scared.
as I look around, do I see somewhere I can buy a pack of cigarettes? Because Clayton's been out for at least a couple of days, and he's probably not in a good mood.
I was
because
gonna
of
say
it.
at least
Wait.
a couple of years.
And he hasn't murdered us yet? It's a miracle.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, you
Is it
definitely
because
see.
he's been getting into the rest of the stash?
Oh, I've had that. Well, I mean, I was in combat. I definitely had a few packs thrown in my cave, but I have definitely chain smoked through them at this point, for sure.
But yeah, you definitely can find a pack of smokes. That's not going to be an issue.
Okay. Do we have a little cigarette girl walking around? I feel like that vibes with Niska's aesthetic.
Now, well, here's the thing though.
Maybe up in the casino, but down here,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
You just basically have hawkers that are like selling you packs of cigarettes.
Now here's the thing though.
Okay.
How much are they going to charge you?
That's I go. I kind of want to get an idea. Like I, as a player, want to get an idea of what the upcharge seems to be here.
It's about 15 credits a carton.
A carton?
Yep.
A pack?
No,
I'll say,
a
how
carton.
many packs come in a
Okay.
carton again?
10. So a credit and a half. That's not terrible, actually.
Yeah.
Like given
That's still $20 a pack. Damn.
it's actually 30.
Yeah, but given
37.
spaceflation,
Yeah, and given that that's the upcharge, that's
Well, I
not
was going to say,
that bad.
given Niska's space station,
Yeah, given Niska space station, that's not terrible. Like I was expecting much worse. I was expecting
Spaceflation,
5
that was
credits.
Well-
Spaceflation is great.
some of the things get super upcharged, but you notice a couple of things. Number one, although it's still upcharged, liquor's pretty cheap comparatively to everything else.
Well, when you
of
get
course
everything
it
for
is.
free,
Because
when
they
get
want
everything
you
for
to
free.
lose your inhibitions so you do something stupid
No,
so
I'm
they
talking
can
about
charge
the
you.
people who are working these booths down here who probably only pay Niska a kickback to have to sell stuff on the station. You haven't been upstairs to the casino, so you don't know how much booze is up there. But here, bottles of booze are fairly cheap. Also, there's street vendors doing food, like food carts and stuff like that. It's relatively inexpensive. I mean, it's all synth food, so it's not the greatest, but as things go, it's better than eating protein powder.
Clayton is very much like a food on a stick kind of guy. Is there anything that looks like generic?
Yeah.
Food on a stick. Perfect. So something that looks like
grilled tofu chunks on sticks.
fantastic. Clayton is literally walking around, and he's getting a couple things here and there, but he's making sure to eyeball. Actually, can I get an idea of people I could pay with individual painkiller pills? That I could trade like that, because I don't have cash. I do not have money. I want to make that very clear. But I do have plenty
You see that money changes hands, but people also trade out other things.
Are they trading bullets and shit too?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. No actual guns.
But bullets are... Okay.
Yeah, you see cases of ammo being turned over for like 7 live chickens.
I just walk up to somebody selling cigarettes, and I literally just pull out 2 pills, put them down, grab 2 cartons, and walk away. Those pills are worth far more than that, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, how many cartons did you grab?
Oh, just 2.
Okay, yeah. The guy like looks at him. He's like, he kind of looks at him and he nods. You see him. He tucks. He opens up a pill bottle and he just drops them in. You see, there's a bunch of other colored pills in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he drops
I look at him. Judging by what he looks like, is he like, oh, that's really good, no, you're overpaying?
He doesn't seem super impressed. He's like,
okay.
But what is his sketch level? Is it a mid-level sketch or is it like high sketch?
Everyone here is at high mid sketch starting.
Yeah. There's definitely a guy over in the corner actively chopping up a body. There's someone in a dark corner actively chopping up somebody. This is the lowest level sketch we're getting right here.
Yeah. You see one of the most crowded food sellers is a food seller that the sign just says real meat.
Oh, he definitely goes there, immediately.
It tastes like a weird amalgamation of chicken and pork.
You said it tastes like chicken and pork?
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you it's rat.
Am I looking at rat? Am I eating rat here?
Nope.
Or no?
Nope. Do you actively kind of look around?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Does it have which one's flavor, which one's texture? Is it closer to chicken or closer to pork in texture?
Closer to pork in texture.
Closer to chicken in flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not eating people, because people taste closer to pork.
Yes, they do. It's actually called long pork.
Yeah, it's called long pig. Oh, God. Shit, I've had a lot of weird meats in my life. I should know what this is if it's an actual animal. I should know it. Am I eating a lizard? Am I eating like a iguana or something?
If you're doing your best to pay attention to the people cooking the food in the vendor shop. Oh, we got raided. Oh, hi, Meister.
Hey, raiders!
What's up?
Hey, Meister Heister.
Yeah.
So if you're looking around, you see that they're throwing basically chunks of meat. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow, because if you guys follow, you're automatically entered to win this set of books that we're giving away when we hit 1,000 followers. And as you can see by the follow goal there at the bottom of the page, we're at 927, so we are super close.
Am I eating bear?
No. As you look down, you see that they're scooping what looks to be like pre-cut up chunks of meat out of this little freezer. Yay! And they throwing it on a flat grill, and that's how they're kind of mixing it up, and they season it on the flat grill, and then they just slap it in what looks to be some generic flatbread, and that's how they're serving it. You see that someone brings out a box, and it's pretty much a box that says Del Rey Farms on it. And Del Rey Farms is a very well-known company that does its best to maximize yield for meat products. But because of that, they often do genetic modifications that can cause some issues, both with the livestock
and with people,
and with the people who eat them.
Worth it. Clayton sees this, and you see him say, you see the wheels turning, and he goes,
just starts eating the flatbread taco.
That just literally, like, anyone else want one? Anybody else want some real meat?
You distinctly
Ian, you
notice,
look like you're muted.
Ian, you distinctly notice that the oil that they're using to cook the food with Smells a lot like off-grade engine oil.
Clayton, I'm gonna pass. I have rations back on the ship. It's totally fine. It's
Where are you from again? Just real honest question. Where are you from again?
I'm from the Outer Rim.
Have you ever had real meat, like sincerely? Because if you have not,
I
we'll
mean,
find
when I was in the academy, yeah.
Okay, well that ain't that ain't real. That's real meat.
I remember you came from mainly an agri world, right, Ian?
Yeah, she came from seventh circle.
Yeah, it was an agri world.
Yeah. So you are a soybean and impossible fake meat bullshit. You're all protein. Yeah.
Yep.
God.
She is synthetic protein powder made from plant matter.
Yeah.
So
maybe powdered eggs if you got lucky. If
Mariana grew up with fucking steak and shit.
Liquid, who's that gonna go to?
I've already got one
Yes.
because Numbers gave me one.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, so you guys are sitting there and you guys kind of have this conversation and everyone's like, the other thing is, aside from landing on a planet, this station is fucking crammed with people. You can tell that everyone on these levels are the crews or the people who probably live on Niska Station and basically are here to, sell their goods and wares to the people who come to Niska Station. And they're the ones, they trade a lot with the local, the ship merchants and everything like that to find out what they're going to be selling next. And that's for you, Oz.
I'm trying to get the stream to load. It broke again for me.
Oh
no.
But the big thing about it is that you have, there's a lot of people here that are, probably just passing through, and they have a lot of just stuff to trade. There's people stopping each other on the hallways. They know each other. Mariana.
Uh-huh.
As you're kind of standing there and you're kind of looking around, you notice that there's members of several crews that you've known that are on the station. You try to avoid Niskas whenever you can just because of how fucking expensive everything is here. And since you normally work within Alliance channels and you didn't do a lot of smuggling, it is not necessary for you to avoid Alliance patrols as much because your boat has a decent reputation.
Yeah.
So, because of all that, you kind of came to Niska's only once or twice. And so now you're sitting here and you see all these people who you've done a lot of business with, and you had no idea that they ran out of Niskas. Because you can see that they know people here.
She's just, taking notes for later in case.
Yeah. And so you see actually another captain. His name is Jace. He never wants anyone to call him captain. He's just Jace. He runs a small freighter ship called the Too Spicy. And it basically is, that Jace has done some stuff that's not exactly above boards, but it's basically a ship that's known for doing very fast express cargo runs. It's a very fast, very small freighter ship. And the other rumor is very small cargo runs with no questions asked. But you can see him there. He's haggling with somebody. He looks like he's looking at a ship part, and he's haggling with somebody on the price of it. And as you kind of notice him, he kind of looks up and he notices you, and he kind of like smiles. He's got like long dreads. His skin is like coppery brown. He wears very traditional braids in his hair. With his dreads, with lots of shells. He's very, very proud of his heritage. And so he comes walking over to you and he says, Mariana, what are you doing here? You don't come here. You're a good girl.
Just passing through, need to fill up.
He's like, you had to come here?
Well, sometimes routes take you weird directions.
Kind of looks around. He says, hey, you want to come see my ship? I did some modification.
Yeah, why not?
Why don't you and your crew come with me? We'll buy you a drink on my ship. Cheaper than out here.
And what do you guys think?
What
I-
can?
I-
Oh, I'm out of character. Clayton, I would say, is a fairly good read of people.
Okay.
What kind of roll might I need to make to see how I feel about this person? Like immediately, like just because someone being this friendly this quickly in this place feels weird to Clayton.
One thing. Well, okay, let's go ahead and do a roll then. Hang on
Okay.
1 second. It'd be better to do a contested roll.
That's why I wanted to do it, because just getting the information seems less fun to me.
I love Corey. At the end of summer, it's gonna be weird not hearing that cricket in the fucking background.
It's a good cricket.
Yeah.
You hear a cricket?
It's every now and then, and it's
Was it
every
hold
stream.
on. Was it this sound? Hold on. No?
Nope.
No,
I
Every
can't-
now and then.
Clearly, I can't hear it because,
Yeah,
I
no,
think it
it's,
almost
it's like a
sounds like-
cicada or cricket.
It almost sounds
Oh, it's
like
cicada. It's a cicada because I have a large oak tree right
Okay.
here.
that
Right
it
outside
could be
the
cicada
cicadas.
too.
The cicadas. Yeah,
I'm
and I
spending
have
a plot point to keep a dice. I have
Yep.
set the DC at 8.
Okay, so DC is 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm having really
She
shitty
was in a
rolls tonight.
4.
I'm
Let's see.
okay with this.
I say better you than us, Ray. Sorry.
Let me get back to my. Sorry, everyone. My computer's not good enough to keep everything on screen, so I have to use my phone
Fair.
for my character sheet.
You get
Uh,
it.
Just bear with me a moment here while I use my shitty phone.
Try and keep
Funny enough, I printed something. I accidentally sent something to the printer the other day, and the printer started printing it off, and it was coming out, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I just realized I have only used my printer like 3 or 4 times in the past 2 years.
God, when I was running papers, while I'm looking at stuff here,
Mhm.
I was running papers, I was printing off, sometimes 200 pages a day. I ran through so much ink and paper. Okay. So clearly going to use mental here. Just going to be a 10. God. I hate that.
You
If
gotta
anyone,
lend a
would like
hand.
if anyone would like to help out a local hipster GM, he is going to be starting a fund for a new phone soon.
Yay!
This is getting so frustrating. Sorry for the
It's okay.
hold
All
up here,
good.
guys. So I'm actually gonna say that I'm gonna use on my my distinction on the run
Okay.
as my distinction here.
I think that'll work.
And gonna use my notice.
Because you're suspicious of everyone.
I am currently. Actually.
What?
Yeah, I'm
one
not
sec.
hiding in plain sight.
Wait.
Okay, so I got 3 dice to work with here: a 10, an 8, and a 6. Trying to think of anything else I can do here. Nope, nothing else that I can throw on here. Okay. That's a 14.
Jesus.
That's a 10 and a 4.
So,
And no ones, no complications.
so you beat me by 5. So you raise
Yep.
the stakes.
Okay.
So
what was your what dice did you roll?
my highest? I rolled 3 8s.
Damn it.
You already have an 8.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I keep getting 8s, man. You keep rolling
Because
getting
I kind of see the
being-
average value
yeah.
as a combination of 8s and 6s. You know?
Which is fair. I just want a 6, man.
Or a
I just
10,
want
8,
to
6.
end up
Man,
with one of each.
The biggest problem with this game is it's always the highest dice. I don't know when you're ever
Yeah,
going to get a
exactly.
6. I think when Mariana got that 6, I was like, that's probably the only time.
That's the first one. That's the first
the
one.
only time you're ever going to see someone get a 6.
Yep, and
On
we'll
my
never
D6?
see someone get a 4.
Yeah, your D6 Big Hero dice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would actually treasure that one and never roll it.
Oh no, I don't have a D6. I had an 8 and I had a 10.
You got a 6 on your last one because you beat it by 5.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry,
Oh,
Az.
did I?
It was Az. No, Az did.
Az did it.
That was
Az
on
did it.
Az's rolls. Yeah, it was on Az's roll. Yeah.
All right,
By the
cool.
way,
Yeah,
we
I
all
was gonna
know
say,
we'll
I
never
used my
see
8
a,
last session in order to get us to moving the scene
Yep.
the way
Yep.
we
Yeah.
wanted it.
So that's a 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I raise the stakes.
Yes, sir. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you an opportunity going forward on the next scene involving
Okay.
this ship's captain. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Because I was like, I'm trying to see what I could do to change to do something now, and it really wouldn't affect it because this is literally a transition to a new scene.
Well,
so-
and all I'm willing to know is if I
Yes.
feel
No.
like
Yeah.
this is a
You're-
genuine thing or if he's trying to get something
Yeah,
out of us.
yeah.
That's what I'm
You
trying
notice directly that E is keyed off on something on Mariana,
Mhm.
and you can tell that he is concerned and understanding that something is not right. And he seems to be kind of like doing the whole, let's go back to my ship where we can talk privately. We don't want to be mouthing off out here in the open.
Also, it's a place where if something were to happen, he is at the advantage because he has guns there and we do not.
Yeah.
So that's I'm picking up that he knows she's in a bad spot, but I'm not sensing anything nefarious off the bat. There's
Not
nothing to
really.
indicate their body language. that
He
has
just
a
knows
bad
how
intention.
Mariana is, and
Okay.
this is out of character for her.
Okay.
Coming to the station in general is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So,
Clayton's paranoia.
no problem.
Yep.
What about the rest of you? You guys going along with? You're muted.
You're muted.
I want to
Muted.
check out the mods on his ship. So yes.
yeah, you're obviously going there.
Like no.
I
Like,
also want to see
did
that.
it get-
I'm
did it-
curious
did
about
it
this.
actually
man.
get
I'm
modded?
At that point, Mitch is going to go along too, just because, yeah, ain't being left alone in a place like this is not his territory.
I do want to, as we're walking, pull Mariana and speak quietly. Hey, look, so there's plenty of stuff we can trade for here, but it's going to be far more expensive. This man has something that we can utilize, anything at all, supplies, anything that he can spare, that we can trade for something. Just maybe if you're fine parting with some of your family's firearms, those are good trade products, but they're virtually useless on the station. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if need be, it's up to
I
you.
think
But we're going to
trading
stop.
some of the firearms would be a good idea.
I would like to say during that time I did go through them and look over them. There are definitely some that are more combat effective and some that are more this is for protecting the ranch kind of thing, where they
Yeah.
still have use for sure, but maybe not the most useful thing for what the situation we're in.
Yeah, a bolt
Yeah.
action 30-06 is terrifying no matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and that's the kind that that Clayton would keep.
Yeah.
It's the other things like this is just a little squirrel rifle. Someone might
Yeah,
have
this
use
this
for
is
it,
a little
but it's not.
22, or this
Yeah.
is
Or
an air rifle.
over under breakaway shotgun, which you have to only get
Break
2 shots
action.
on. Break action shotgun. You only get 2
You
shots on.
underestimate how useful those are.
No, those are you can
Those
an
are-
over and under is fucking fast if you know what the fuck you're doing.
Uh-huh.
I
They're also
I do
real-
not know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh. You can also make them real small and turn them into a shoulder holster gun real fast.
Yep.
They're not hard to work
Just
with.
take a
Sorry. Well,
take a hacksaw. Just
Gotta say, we will move past real world knowledge.
We are
real
planning
quick.
violence and war crimes.
Oh,
Welcome
Well, Nick,
to
we are-
tabletops in a
we are not
nutshell.
planning. We are not planning war crimes yet. We haven't looted any bodies this episode.
This episode.
this episode.
This episode, yeah.
Yeah, because you
happened.
looted bodies on the first
that-
episode.
You're on Niska Station. Bodies could turn up any moment.
That's very
Yeah.
Miscus
That's a
is
fair
a war
point.
crime. It's fine.
Yeah, see? We already got the war crime out of the way, so now we're planning violence.
So you guys head over to the ship. It is definitely not a ship you guys are very familiar with. It is mostly engine. There are two huge
That fucking tracks.
two huge they're Reister engines, Rystar, and they are basically they're decommissioned military grade engines. They are built out on a custom chassis, and by the way, this is your eyes light up like a Christmas tree because this ship is a work of love. Someone custom built this thing.
I'm sure Mariana's impressed too. Because...
Well, Mariana's seen it before. It's his trademark. Rumors were that before he went into business for himself, that he came from the core worlds, and that he was a promising engineering student, and something went horribly wrong, and he basically came out and got himself lost in the rim for a few years, and he came out. He started working as an engineer for ships and worked his way up into a captain spot, and then he pretty much saved up some money, and next thing you know, he had a custom built ship, which doesn't make much sense because it costs a shit ton of money to do this type of thing, and even if he saved up for years, he shouldn't have this type of money. So, but this ship is designed around
well, if his family's loaded because he's from the core,
well,
like,
yeah,
that would fucking make sense.
I say Ray 2.0.
I will.
Yay!
Hey!
God damn.
They just got done with their Onyx game, didn't they?
Oh,
yeah.
They got done early. Oh yeah, they usually wrap up early. Yes, don't forget to follow so you can be entered to win the books, the D&D books. Follow us for the chance to win. We're trying to get to 1,000.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hey. Wow, thanks, Em. Here's the issue, though.
Oh, Jess, who did you want to lend a hand to?
She gave
that for Corey.
That was for Corey.
Okay.
Hence the cicada comment.
Yep.
Let me go refill my drink.
It was for cicada, Corey.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
They say thank you.
They say thank you.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
And but this thing is like literally a decent cargo pod, small living quarters, engineering and engines take up the rest of the ship. Oh, and the flight deck. And literally, you know that the captain sleeps on the flight deck.
Can't say I blame him.
Yeah. And so, like, he usually runs with 2 to 3 other crew. 3 to 4 other crew. And they, like I said, they specialize in getting things from place to place fast and without question. So he kind of like nods to you guys as you're coming up on his ship, and he says, "She's still holding together. Been a long, long time."
It's beautiful.
He's like, you know ships, girl.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
This is an absolute work of art.
It is. Some people say it's an ugly beast, but it gets me from place to place.
People are usually wrong.
He says, well, lots of people are wrong, lots of people are right. I'm not going to confirm it one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's that one blonde nerd. Sweet tea special.
Really gotta refill my drink.
Hey, sweet tea.
I will when I don't have a cat on me.
I see that. Did it just climb up there? Oh.
She just opened the door for love, so yeah.
Oh.
I picked her up. She didn't
Yeah.
climb up.
I just had one twining about my feet. But then I noticed it and pulled my chair up to the desk real fast so it couldn't jump on me.
I keep looking down because I have a pixie currently at my feet.
Oh yeah.
And if I don't pay her enough attention, she will jump up and she will knock my mic over again.
Yeah.
That's what that loud banging was earlier.
Thankfully, the kittens'
apologize.
zoomies seem to be over. Now they're just chilling on the couch.
But yeah, so he looks over at you and he says, "Well, it's a labor of love for sure." He says, but
It definitely shows. It definitely shows. Those are that like brand new. So, I mean, with the modifications, is that for extra security, or it does make it faster travel? So, and just starts rambling off about the specs of the ship.
he's kind of smiling at you. He's like, "Well, if you think it's impressive out here," and he gestures to the open airlock. He's like, "You have my permission to go take a look at engineering."
You've lost Ian.
He's like,
Yeah, I'm about to say Mitchell is going to attempt to follow Ian, just they don't have a heart attack for this equipment. Because right before the captain mentioned the whole, permission to explore engineering,
Yeah.
I was going to turn to Ian and go, "Jaw off floor."
All right,
No.
so you guys,
You two,
come.
break. Shit, fuck.
He takes you guys down into the cargo hold, and he says, "The only place we really have good space to talk." And as you guys come on board, he seals the airlock, and he comes down to the cargo hold. And he looks at you. He's like, "All right, what's happening?
My
Your ass
family's
would not
dead.
be here. What?"
Hera's been scorched earth.
We knew that the Alliance were attacking. Everyone knew the Alliance were attacking Hera. He says, "But that's not. It doesn't make sense."
They didn't care about civilians caught
They
in the crossfire.
firebombed women and children trying to escape the planet of an active war zone. They firebombed their own people trying to get away from strafing runs. I kind of show him. I guarantee that during that fire, I definitely have some scarring. That firebombing
Oh
definitely.
yeah, no.
Left some mark.
Mhm.
I definitely, yeah. I imagine
it's only been a couple of weeks, so you saw like
Yeah.
pink areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I feel like there's probably some permanent damage there.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I was half undressed during it. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking I
Yeah.
kind of show him a spot on my neck where I've got like a significant burn. I was caught in that.
He shakes his head and he's like, "We're only now getting stories coming out." He says, "You're the first people I met who are actually there."
It was not pretty.
He's like, "The Alliance has put it on the net that the local civilians took up arms. And they came
They
after
did
them."
no such thing.
He said they're putting it on the hollows that they were only putting down an uprising.
Of course.
It's complete bullshit. But what do you expect from the Alliance?
Hang on one second. And he goes and he runs off and he's running up the stairs and he keeps on going straight up to the flight deck. And you hear him. Yes, I am a pillow now.
Does a ship cat come and like just jump on his shoulder as he's going up to the deck? I just want to keep that in canon.
Sure, that can be canon.
There's a ship
Perfect.
cat.
There's a
Ship
ship
cat.
cat.
Every-
Hey,
Ship cat. Yes.
every boat needs a cat. Every boat needs a cat.
So we're getting a cat. What are we naming it, guys?
Sprinkles 3.
Oh, no.
Sprinkles 3.
Oh no.
No, I don't want
The
to kill a
cat's name is
kitty.
Sparkles.
No,
The cat's name
No,
is Sparkles.
no.
this cat's name is Little Jimmy's.
Little Jimmy.
No, I was going to say the cat's name is
Hundreds
Cupcake.
and thousands? Hundreds and thousands? No?
Mm,
No.
I was hoping for other names for sprinkles. That's what I was shooting.
Oh,
Like Jimmy's, hundreds and thousands.
no. Okay.
Cupcake's good though.
I've
I
been
like
rejected.
Cupcake.
Oh, I like the idea of cupcake.
Cupcake.
Do you have Cupcake?
Thank you,
Alright.
Cat.
Hey there, Cupcake.
So
Yeah,
he
I
comes
can
back
say
down the
that.
stairs, and he kind of looks at you, Mariana, and he says, "Your parents, them's good people." He says, I wouldn't be where I am today without what they did for me. He says, they never asked, but I was paying them back a little at a time. He says, I was going to give them this next time I saw them. And he says, I guess it's for you now.
Look, more trauma, guys.
And he pulls out a bag and he holds it out to you.
She takes the bag and gently opens it up to see what it is that he's handing her.
It's a bag full of 20,000 credits.
Holy fuck!
He says,
what?
Your parents staked me when I told them I wanted to build this ship.
It's a mighty fine ship.
He says,
With a mighty fine captain.
It is impressive.
He says, I've been, like I said, paying them back where I could. He says, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'll ever be able to pay them back.
Well, this will help us a lot. Thank you.
He says, if you need more, you tell me. I'll find it.
Thank you. We're, I need to get a transponder for the ship here soon, so this is gonna be very helpful.
He says,
because
you need a
the
transponder?
Firefly got hit on Hera. My parents had a ship that they were working on for me for my birthday present and for all the hard work I've put in.
Yeah, I know.
Did you help them find it?
He says, no. They were shopping it around. They on the down low. They were reaching out to everybody they knew, trying to find something that they could sneak onto planet without you knowing about.
Of course.
He kind of stops. He's like, what month is it?
It's May. Well, actually, at this point, it's been a couple weeks since we got.
Yeah.
It's June. Yeah.
Then it's beginning of June.
He says, you went home for your birthday.
I did.
This happened on your birthday?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh, child. He says, all right. Right here. And he goes and he goes right he goes the same way Nath went.
I
Perfect.
offer.
Does he just have a transponder on fucking hand?
You'll figure it out in a second. What are you doing, Clayton?
Look at my offer a cigarette. You
She's going to take the
take it.
cigarette.
Okay. Just
Gonna
gonna
be like,
Oh, by the way, I want it to be known, Clayton doesn't have like a regular lighter. It's a small butane torch that he uses for medical shit. He just,
I love this.
much like a welder does, like a welder or a blacksmith will. Yeah. Every
So,
time.
I approve.
Nate, he comes into the engineering area, and the engineering area is literally designed where it links both the twin engines together, so you can go back and forth between the engines, and it's got in that corridor between the two engines, it's got a full out machine shop in there, so you can fabricate things as needed. And so you can actually, if you need to customize a part, you can. And you can tell this is an engineer's toy. This is something he designed and built for himself, and you can see that he may be the captain, but this is probably where he spends most of his time.
I was like, how much can Mitchell notice of like Nate's about to have like a heart attack / stroke / aneurysm from joy.
Like full on like hands up tracing everything like
It's like he put the suppressor coils back through the vent feedback, but that should make the ship blow up. But then
that's no. Oh, so that's how that works. Okay, but then what? But like that definitely decreases a whole. That's what it does. That's what it does under there. Do you think I could get under the
Ian?
Maybe computer? Yeah.
I'm gonna act like I understand a single word you're saying right now.
Okay.
The captain of the ship comes running in and he says, he says,
just like,
excuse me, and he squeezes by Ian, but Ian's like just leaning into the engine looking at it. And he goes walking over to what looks to be his main toolbox, and he kind of like he just goes to the toolbox and he slams his knee up in the upper right corner, and the toolbox like pops and leans forward, and then he reaches back behind there and he falls in and he pulls out this one, he pulls out another, and pulls out another. These 3 long cylindrical objects. They look like giant transistors. But Nath, you recognize immediately that those are ship's transponders.
Yeah.
And they hook directly into the system, and they're designed to not be removed once they're hooked in, so the ship can't change its identity. One of the first things most private ship owners do is they rig them to be popped out.
But he's got a few.
Oh, it's like, that kind of ship.
He's like,
all right.
This one's been flagged, and he throws it back. He's like, this one's clean, and this one's clean. He's like, he walks up to you, Nathan. He says, "You know how to put these in?"
I do know how to put those in, sir. I mean, you could always take in. Well, you could, if the ones have been swiped already and burned, you could probably update those a little bit. And
he's like, "I know, I just haven't had time, but these are clean."
That's fair. That's fair.
These have not been ID'd. They have a good core. He says, all you need to do is get the ID on them. He's like, and this one, and he holds up this one, has an ID on it.
All right.
He says, it's not for your ship, but it's an ID. And
it's an ID, and it'll get me.
It'll get you past. Any grids.
You sell the old one.
Oh, your ship didn't have a transponder on it.
Yeah, ours didn't have one at all.
Yep.
That's why we're having to get one.
That's also why it wasn't
keep swapping. Yeah, no.
He says, you do what you like when you get on your ship. He's like, he hands them to you, and he says, but this will at least give you some assurance that the Alliance isn't going to pull you over for flying without ID.
Perfect. Yeah, I can get that. I can get that installed in the ship.
And he goes, all right. And he just turns around and walks back out. And he says, he walks back into the cargo hold, and he says, all right, I got your engineer at least one good transponder that you can use for a bit. It doesn't match your ship, but if they're just doing a transponder check to see if you have an ID, it's a clean ID.
Thank you.
There's a second transponder on there. If your engineer is any good, they'll be able to rig up another ID on that one. And if you get tagged on this one, you just swap them out. It says until you can get the ship properly outfitted. He's like, that should get you limping along.
Thank you.
He says, there ain't a lot of good people in the world, and I'm not saying your parents were good, but they did their best.
They were pretty alright people. They did what they could to make sure that people were safe.
He's like,
and they got caught in the crossfire.
He kind of leans down and he looks you in the eyes and he says, what about the rest of this crew you're running with? I don't recognize anybody from your old crews.
My crew didn't make it either.
He goes, gee.
the Firefly, the crew, the entire ranch. We were trying to evacuate them, and they all. I'm the only one who survived by however means.
Believe it or not, I watched this young lady here make it out of an open battlefield. She's a tough one. Parents clearly raised her right, and she managed to grab a couple people who needed to get off planet ourselves.
He says,
She did right by us.
this is, yeah. Like I said, good people. I'm gonna put it out on the holo. People
Go
need to
for it.
know what's really happening. We
You,
heard rumors.
sir, you watch yourself on that.
He says,
I can tell you
"Oh,
from
do you
personal
think I'm gonna
experience.
use my transponder to do that?"
You don't seem like a dumb man, but I want to make sure we understand each other very clearly. I know firsthand what the Alliance does to people who cross them. You make sure if you do this, you use the right voice, the right people, and the right images. You don't want this coming back to you. Next thing I know, we're going to see this ship out in the black in parts, and you
Yeah.
about the same way.
We don't need you doing that to yourself.
If you can find
You're
a way
right.
to do
It
it,
does need to be. It does need to be said, but
if
you
can
stay
find a way to
safe while
do it,
doing it.
you feel free. But
He says, "What do you want, dog?"
Hello.
Scare the cat,
He
dog.
says, "What do you want, dog?"
I'm being kidnapped. I will see you guys later. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
Let me see how I can
Okay.
find what I need.
All right.
I mean,
There we
it's about 10 minutes till.
Yes, it is. I didn't even notice it was
Yeah.
that close. We
Yeah.
can actually call it a little bit early because the cameras are all flipped around now. We'll actually call it a little bit early tonight, guys. Thank you, everyone who rated. That was really incredible. We're so appreciative of that. And this is actually a good place to leave it up. Huh?
I said, "I'm cutting half again."
Nope, now you're me.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Corey
Before we
you.
end, though, Mariana is going to be like, "Now you mentioned something about a drink."
And he says, he smiles, and he says, "The least I can do." And he goes over to cabinets in the cargo bay, and he pulls out a really nice looking bottle of Irish whiskey.
Fucking hell, damn straight.
And he has like, you know, a bunch of like just plastic cups that he had in there. And he says, "Not
You wouldn't have
fancy."
glass in space.
He's like, "It's risky enough to have the glass bottle." And he pours out, he actually pours out 4 glasses, one for each of you. And then he pours himself a cup. And he holds the glass, he holds his
But I'd
cup
say
up.
there's only 2 of us here. The
Oh,
other,
I'm gonna assume that,
As in,
yeah,
Oh,
At this
okay.
point,
Nathan-
we'd probably come back up.
Nathan,
Okay.
Nathan
Yeah.
Clayton are coming back by this point. Because Nath now has something to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
They can stop, fangirling over the engine.
Yeah. Or the
I
entire
have
ship.
a task. I've got to get this done.
Yeah. So they're sitting there and he goes, "All right. This is, I want you to know that we're not gonna let this just stand." He says, "Your parents did too much for too many folk." He says, "I don't even know if you know even half of what they done. Because most of it they done when you were still little." He says, they earned everything they got. And the Redfields gave as much as they got. And he holds up his glass. He says, I'm sorry to have seen so many of them cut down. But even with one left, the verse is at least a little better place.
Mariana tips her glass and is like trying to not cry because good person, friend, being nice right now. That's familiar. Like one of the handful of familiar people that's left.
Well, he's more along lines of, you know, he you know him because of all the work and trade you've done. You didn't know that the ship he had, which was a mystery of how he ever afforded it, that was staked by your parents.
Yeah.
You had no idea. Your parents never mentioned it. They never mentioned that he was in debt to them in any way, shape, or form.
They saw
Sounds
someone
like
who
you're,
needed help and they helped.
I may never have met Mr. and Mrs. Redfield, but judging by their daughter here, and by the weight they clearly carried, trying to help others, they seem like they were good people. And the verse is the worst place for no longer having them. Kind of tip my glass up.
He says, what are you gonna do next? Well, never mind. Don't tell me. If you need anything, and you know what my ship does, if you need anything, you wave. We'll come.
Thank you.
Clayton's going to lean in and, on a personal matter, could you introduce me to Niska?
The who? You broke up a
Niska.
little bit. Niska.
Oh,
He says,
damn it! That really cut out the drama of that statement. Damn it!
He kind of like looks at you and he says, why the hell would you want to be introduced to the devil?
Some things require a devil's touch.
He's like, nothing requires a devil's touch. He says some people rely too much on the devil's touch to get things done. Like whatever it is, time and tenacity solve more than deals with the devil. You don't ever want to go into debt with that man.
I was thinking I might work for him for a little bit. All I'm asking is if you can. If you cannot and you do not want to, I'll find another way. I just was thinking if you happen to have a way for me to get in touch. It's not important. We're going to be here a minute. I can see that. You and Mariana have your time, but you can get in touch with her. You can get in touch with me.
Right.
I want to make sure.
I'll see what I can do.
I do want to clarify that I want that to be a kind of a quick, directly me to him. This is not a thing that I'm trying to say openly in front of everyone. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry, had to yell at the dog.
Fair.
So he said. So after the drink, he kind of like stands up and he says, "All right, I've got to get my boys back on ship. We've got a job to do." He says, "I'll check on you."
Thank you. And I guess she gives the radio signal that they can be found on.
He gave you the transponder you have right now.
Oh, that's right. That's
So
right.
yeah.
He doesn't need me to give it to him. Now, if you're in trouble and we can do anything, it goes both ways, right?
It says, well, let's make sure we get you back into the game first. It says, I'm already well settled.
And she gives him a hug. And
He returns
starts
it.
to,
He
will you
says,
be safe?
Aye. He says, kind of grins and he says, whatever happened to that wildcat you were running around with?
She's safe. She didn't come with. I didn't want to take her into a war zone, and the only reason why my crew even was on board was because, well, they wanted to help. And that was their decision to come with. I was not going to force them.
3/4 of your crew is family anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Like, it's alright. I understand. He says, alright. He says, we gotta get going. If I was you, I'd heal up and get the fuck out of here.
yeah, that is the plan.
He's like, if you guys got any type of heat coming on you, you know that Niska already knows. And
Yep.
if he can make a profit off of your asses, he will.
Thank you again. And she's gonna walk off, get back towards the ship.
Yep. He kind of
Clayton.
looks at you, Clayton, and he kind of looks at you, Clayton. He's got a stern look in his eyes, and he's like, you don't want to talk to Niska until she is way away.
That was part of the plan. I did not intend to bring anything along with her. I want to be very clear on that matter.
He's
I
like,
plan on coming back this direction.
he says, if you do, I'll know.
I respect that. And he pulls out a little bottle of a couple of pills. In case you're under any trouble, that's for you. You have a good day, okay? And Clayton walks off.
Right.
I have an idea for the next episode that Corey's character comes in contact with Niska for the name.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I was gonna say, I think the next episode's probably gonna be the last for this part.
Yeah,
For this part,
before.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. So that's about enough for tonight, I think.
And then speaking of episode names,
Yeah, we had to name this one.
I like wait here.
Wait here.
Wait here.
I was gonna say, especially with the way that whole toast scene was at the end, to good people.
To good
I like that.
people. I
The
like
good
that.
people.
Yeah.
I agree with that one.
All
Do you guys
right,
want to go with that?
I like that one. Yeah.
there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, really quick to explain that little sequence of conversation. This is the prequel to the actual game we're going to be playing. This is how the crew initially comes together. After this, we're going to do a time jump up to modern era, basically, on Firefly. And the crew is going to be reuniting. Some of them may have stayed with the ship. Some of them are going to go on their own separate ways for a while. And they're going to be brought back together after all these events. So, we will be probably having the last episode of this arc in 2 weeks, right back here. Remember, we have, let's see, tomorrow morning, we have the Breakfast Club. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a Monster Hearts 2 chronicle being run by Star Shard Stories, in which we all play horny cryptids who are trying to make their way through college, as well as not get killed by supernatural things, because they are supernatural things. Oh, and
And that's
hydrate.
about the most accurate description of that show at this point.
Pretty much.
That's a good description of Monster Hearts in general.
It is.
True.
Except the
Horny
original
cryptids
premise.
not trying
The
not to
original
die.
premise of Monster Hearts is kind of disturbing because it's high school kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
disturbing.
Well,
So-
I was saying though,
yeah.
especially with the way the Breakfast Club's been going, just because just all the OnlyFans jokes.
Oh yeah, I literally went and got DAG OnlyFans on OnlyFans. So
That's great.
We have that now.
Nice.
We
Not
have
even
that now.
joking. Not even
I-
joking.
I love how one of my live channels will think you'll like is literally dinner and a game, and I'm like, I have the show up. Good job, Twitch. You're not wrong.
All right.
I'm actively on it. What are you talking about?
So, Corey, where can folks find you on the massive interwebs?
You can find me now at _hipster_GM.
Oh, God.
On that link is no longer good, but at
good.
the hipster GM on TikTok and Instagram. I'm starting to use Instagram a little bit more if you want to just see general me bullshit, nothing crazy, nothing fun,
Nothing
a little bit
crazy.
behind this, behind the scenes shit for just my personal life and projects I'm working on. But yeah, Instagram and TikTok at the hipster GM. Little rebranding,
a little changing things up, making things fresh and making things new. Kel,
and removing myself from a certain side of TikTok.
Yeah, it can be troublesome sometimes.
It gets a little problematic.
Yeah. Kel, where can folks find you on the mighty interwebs?
I'll say you can find me obviously every other Friday here with Dinner and a Game with Crossing the Veil. On Mondays for a short time frame. I think I got few more weeks of doing it. Yeah. I'm guest starring on Gods of Orleia on 8H Adventures. And actually in November on Cyber Monday, I'll be doing a one-shot for Orleia as part of their Codex. Okay, I can't. It's like a ton of trying to. They do one-shots every few weeks to give the main cast a break, and I'm actually going to be DMing one. So that's going to be in November.
Cool.
Outside that, you can find me here on Twitch and on TikTok as Celtic Wyvern King. I'm going to try to stream on Sundays. I'm actually off on Sunday because I got conference stuff starting Monday. That's going to be a long week.
Oh, yeah.
And I am currently trying to think of something to do on Halloween for my stream, but I got to get some more details before I announce more on that. I will say it's probably going to be playing a lot of Phasmophobia, but for what? That part I'll leave up to mystery later.
Yep. Also, remember that... Actually, not remember. Also, we're going to be doing a one-shot for Halloween, and it is going to be doing it with Alex Bomb, and she's going to be running.
No.
She's going to be running on the 27th. I think we said she's going to be running a D&D 5e Spelljammer horror themed game.
Well, like I said, I volunteer as tribute because what I was planning is on literal Halloween. It's on 31st, so I'm still open for that.
So, but
I will not be available for anything on Halloween.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my wedding anniversary.
That's true. I totally forgot.
Yeah. We're thinking about going to New Orleans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there's stuff you'll see
That's
on my
a Monday. I have Bros and Dragons that day.
Dun, dun, dun. So the 27th is a Monday? Should be a Thursday.
No, the 31st is a
No,
Monday.
31st of October is a
What do
Monday.
you want to do? Go with Corey to go?
Well, see, thankfully, I normally work mornings on Mondays, so I'm golden for what I want to do, and I'm always off on Tuesdays.
Yep. So, Lissa, where can people find you?
So you can find me everywhere with buttons as Geek Girl Lissa.
Dun, dun, dun.
Primary places are Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. However, all the places with all the buttons, you can find me as that. Mondays, you can find me over on Nerdworks Media playing Bros and Dragons. Tuesdays, I've got 2 streams that I'm on. I've got over on the Dead Bard Society for Windermere Falls. And then later on that night, I play in a Curse of Strahd game over on Tannis Jr. 93's channel. Wednesdays, you can find me over on Shortbeard the Bard's channel, which we might be moving that to what was known as Vampiric Touch, and it's now Beggar Street. We're potentially moving that there. So I'll keep you guys updated if we do.
The day is going to stay the same, just moving it over to that channel?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Same time, same everything, just putting it on that channel.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Any day I am not on another stream, I am on my Twitch channel unless I say something different in my Discord. And yeah, I'm gonna be running my own D&D game here soon at home.
Excellent. Yes, I know. You keep on hitting me up to send you stuff.
Yes. Send me the things, Ray. You still have it.
That's what you're here for, Ray. Come on.
Sending the stuffs. So
I was like, yeah, because
You're my DM. Help me, DM.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, not even just on DS. So it's like how big is my box now?
Hey, I will take you under my wing and help you DM all you want. You just have to move to Texas because that is why no.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't
No,
do
I'm
it.
not.
Don't move here. Don't move to Texas.
You can find all of Dinner and Games links in our link tree over there, and you will be able to find links to our TikTok, to our Twitter, to our Facebook, which has like 14,000 followers. Although we did lose a lot this week because we were talking a lot about She-Hulk, and it brought the misogynist out of the woodwork, and the ban button was going fucking crazy. So, but it was great.
I still need to watch episode 2.
Huh? Oh yeah.
I still need to watch episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
I
love the
haven't watched
first
any.
one.
Huh?
Before we exit for the night, I haven't watched any, so keep your mouth shut.
No spoilers.
I haven't
The
watched
only
it
thing
yet.
the only thing I'll say without details is there is a end credit scene on the first episode.
I heard.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not spoilers.
not
That's
spoilers.
just giving us a heads up.
Yep. So there's, but we are all, of course, if you can subscribe, we always appreciate it. Everything we make goes back into the show. We actually pay our GMs here. So GMs who come and run content for us, we pay them to run the content. And so we do our best to market the show as best we can, to get it out there. But anything you guys can do to help us with that would be greatly appreciated. Just like sending friends over here to follow the show so they can win the contest. We want to get these stories out there. We want to get people to be more involved in the TTRPG hobby. And so if any way we can do that, we want to be able to. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see if there's anyone awake to raid.
There's Chef Fires is on, Rep RPG is on.
I'm looking at the general Twitch suggestions, and there's one called Drops RPG. Looks like they're playing D&D to some extent. Only have 18 viewers. Might be nice to do raid to strangers if we have no one that we know on.
Oh, Chef Fires just went off. So
Yeah.
Rep
It's about
RPG
that
is also
time.
ending.
It's
So,
about that time.
Yeah.
Let me see
None
what
of
time.
our
Let me see what time
let's make
they're
new
on.
friends tonight.
Oh, they've been on. They've been on for 4 hours. They're about to cut off.
Oh wait, Captain
Yeah.
Robert is
Yeah.
on.
I was gonna say also because I know we've raided them in the past. Rosie Quartz because they're playing Stray. It's not D&D, but I mean we
Yeah.
raided them in the past.
No, TTRPGs. Period. That's what I'm under their TTRPG tag.
Yeah, I'm just looking on the recommended and also DAG viewers also watch list on my bar because I got the stream pulled up here still.
My search function suddenly stopped working.
Oh, that's weird.
How long have they been streaming now?
Hang on one second.
There's Casters and Castles. They've only been up for about 2 hours, 50 minutes, but they're playing D&D, so they probably still have a little bit to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go throw them a raid. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our audience, we're going to jump into another audience, tell them hello, tell them Dinner and a Game sent you. If you can and you want to, give them a follow. That's the biggest boost of serotonin any creator can get. And if you can't, then just say hi to them and make some noise in their chats. Listen to this, watch the show for a little bit. Remember to refresh your screen, F5, when you get there, so they will get a credit for another fresh view, because those really help with metrics and everything like that, and get people more viewers. We're going to go ahead and raid them. At Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table. Please be careful. Social distance, wear a mask. It's still bad. No matter what anyone says, we went to Gen Con and like 10% of us got COVID. So it's crazy.
Thankfully, no one in the DAG house, though.
Across the board from D&D TikTok, I have seen much larger much larger numbers than that.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, out of the DAG crew that went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one I think I got it was just Cassie, I think, out of the DAG crew.
That's it.
Yep.
I have a number of mutuals who
Oh yeah, no. When it came to Gen Con as a whole, yeah, there was plenty of cases. Just out there one that we knew personally.
And Gen Con required masks and vaccinations.
Yep. And there were people. There was also a monkeypox outbreak.
Yeah.
At the con.
Yeah. Yeah. There was 3 cases of monkeypox. So anyway, enough scary stuff. Let's go ahead and raid these people, and everyone else have a very good night. Be safe, and we will see you tomorrow morning for the Breakfast Club, Tuesday for Emerald Sanctums, and Wednesday for Kingdoms of Mist. Next Friday is Ivy show, because we do rotate shows out on Friday, which is a D&D 5e Suicide Squad themed game. So be here for that. We will see you
Where
guys
y'all
later.
have no decorum.
No decorum at all. Good night, guys. We love you.
Bye.
Hang
Brr, brr, brr,
on.
brr.
Come on.
Remember the bird. Remember the bird.
That was weird. All right,
All right.
we're good.
Okay.
So we're doing a Cthulhu tentacle face wave?
Pretty much.
No, I was doing the little rascals.
The little rascals.
Yeah.
All right.
Though
Okay.
I will say for the squad though, that whole freaking that one warlock just punching Tice's character's brother in the face.
All right. I'm going to head off because Robert is on his way over if he's not here already.
Oh, date number 2.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
So let's see what happens here. It was not stealth, so we're just not
Gonna leave that muted and on. Hello.
Are you done? People have to pee.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So if you don't know this, where I film, where I stream from is our
The guest room. I remember that part.
the guest room, which has our good bathroom right now because our main bathroom